wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, here we go. Welcome to the KVJ Show. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Good morning.
Did you have a good President's Day weekend?
I did.
Okay.
I didn't take off my pajamas yesterday till about 3 p.m.
Oh, nice.
I stayed in my pajamas all day.
Okay.
And then what happened at 3 p?
I had to go get my hair done.
Oh,
So I had to put on real clothes. I thought about going to the hair salon in pajamas, though. I really did.
Yeah, why not?
They wouldn't care. They know and love you.
I know.
Why
I was like, I
not?
could just leave my pajamas on. But then I was like, I want to go to Publix after. And
Oh, I lead the league in going to Publix in my pajamas.
I know you do, but you like that look.
I do. I think it's a cool look.
You're Mr. Peacocking.
Does fit him. That's good. You had a big weekend, Virginia. I know you had cooking demos and everything. At
I
the
did.
Taste a Little Italy.
I had so much fun out there all weekend. The weather was beautiful. Oh my gosh, it was sunny. It wasn't too hot.
Yeah.
So nice.
I'm not sure if I'm blowing a big story for KVJ here, but I was confused by the post that was up on our KVJ Facebook about the cheese building.
Oh.
Are we talking about that later, or can we talk about that now?
You can talk about it now.
So you're always the champ. You win pretty much every single year. Your post yesterday kind of alluded that you didn't win.
So what happened was there's 2 rounds. The first round is how they eliminate the scragglers and get it down to 3.
The big competition, the ones people care about.
So the first round, I clearly won.
Okay.
My
Not even
stack
close.
wasn't even close. My stack was the highest, the best, the most awesome.
Okay.
But then I think what happened was some of the other players looked at my stack and they kind of figured out the methods that I was using.
The
secrets. Because I actually had an architect tell me how to do it. A KVJ Nationer that's an architect pulled me aside and said, hey, I did the math on this and here's what I think you should do. Your bottom layer has to be this. Your next layer has to be this. Your next layer has to be this. And then all the subsequent layers have to be this. And
Okay.
that's
It
what
worked.
it works. So the other competitor looked at my stack and was like, oh, I see how she's doing it.
In round 1.
In round 2. So round 1, I won the whole thing.
Qualifier.
And then the qualifier, yeah. And then so round 2.
Then they stole your trick and
He
used it
stole my
against you
trick.
and beat you with it?
Yes, by a half an inch.
Oh, my
So
gosh.
that's what I was wondering. Was the guy that beat you, was he also in round 1 with you?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I clearly beat him in round 1.
Because I'm wondering if he was looking at your stuff during round 1 going, all right, let's
That's
take this witch
exactly.
down.
That's exactly what he did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you've been a big name in the cheese building world for a long time.
I know. And, I went in there with such cocky confidence. I was like, there's no way anybody's going to beat me.
Yeah, right.
And then round 1, I'm like, see, told you. And then round 2, I guess I got a little lazy.
Oh, got too big for your britches.
It's kind of a big story.
I know.
I forgot this was going on. I should have covered this.
I know. The news was there. They covered it. It was on Channel 25. So,
Okay, so thankfully they got it in.
yeah, it was on the sports desk,
They said you lost?
No.
Oh,
they-
come on, man.
Well, I lost, but, they sent their sports guy, Yanni, right, Kev?
Yeah, Caracas, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he really lost.
Really? You
Yeah.
got spanked,
You
huh?
took down Caracas?
Well, I think his cheese tower fell. So it's very
Oh, yeah.
tricky. You got to make sure that yours doesn't fall over. You got to time it right. 2 minutes. You don't want to go too fast, too high, too quick, because then you're just going to fall over.
News people, they got other things on their mind, serious issues. We excel in goofy. That's what we do.
Because we have nothing else going on. We can put all of our focus on Goofy.
How many times have you actually lost? Your win-loss records are really good in the cheese
Oh,
building,
yeah.
isn't
It's
it?
extremely good.
I've only lost like 2 or 3 times out of 20 years.
I think this was only your second loss, Virginia.
Might be.
I think it is.
I just didn't take it serious enough. Round 2, I know what I did wrong.
Who is this Johnny come lately that took you out?
Chef Pasquale.
Oh, Pasquale?
Pasquale.
The Italian chef. Like, well, I guess you really can't beat the Italian chef at the Italian festival. Forget about it.
Yeah, he's a
You might
hometown
be-
favorite.
You might be sleeping with the fishes.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, I'm so into this.
So dramatic.
Yeah. Anything crazy happened with your weekend, Jay Bird?
There was some weird stuff that went on, yeah.
Okay,
But
all right.
I don't know if you want to unpack all that.
Okay, we'll get to it little by little. We got a lot to do. Today's an interesting day. The digital date is 2/22/22. Yeah. 2/22/22.
I saw a bunch of radio dorks getting all excited. It's a good day.
I had the TV on this morning. The TV dorks were excited too. Oh, it's 2/22/22, guys.
Yeah, some numerologists love it. They think that it's some very special day. They call it Angel Day. There's some things that go along with it.
What is all that about?
It's just kind of like how they believe with numerology. I'd kind of given you a little bit of a breakdown on Angel Day. I think a while ago we'd talked about that. And yeah, some people will be celebrating, acknowledging it by being kind to others and doing random acts of kindness, even though we had Random Act of Kindness Day last week.
Yeah, I know. I did a video. It's on our Facebook. Check it out.
So, but yeah, that's what they call it. It'd be an angel day today. So I guess that's what it is. You go out, be an angel, encouraging good deeds and kindness to others. So that's what today's date might be. But yeah, there's some other significance as far as numerology and it being a complete and whole day and things like that. So.
Well, where does Ralston stand on all that whole numbers game? Do you think there's something to it, or just kind of
I wouldn't notice a difference.
dorks just getting into these numbers?
Yeah, it's not my thing, but I know some people, they really believe in that kind of stuff and they'll stand by it. So if that is your thing, today is a big day for you.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What's on your mind today, Jay Bird?
I think something weird happened to me, and I think it's mystical, but I kind of live in that world. I need people to talk me down, going, all right, Bird, it's not that big of a deal. Stop it. I was having a very vivid dream about Chewy.
Oh.
And I remember every detail, and it was me and Chewy in my house. It was my new house, and I could not find his food or his medication. And the entire dream, I can tell he's hungry. In the dream, I'm becoming panicked. I'm not liking this dream because he's looking at me, and in the dream, it seems as time is just going and going, and I'm realizing, oh my gosh, he hasn't ate in so long. What the hell am I going to do here? I'm looking everywhere for the medication. I'm looking for his food, and I'm really not enjoying this dream. And then something wakes me up, and I get out of the dream, and it was the picture of me and Chewy. It fell from my air condition area, smacked on the ground, and it woke me up from a very uncomfortable dream I did not like. Is that weird, or is that just coincidence? I thought that was kind of odd.
That's weird.
Okay, I thought it was weird. I think I'm one of those people that think dreams sometimes mean stuff, or
Sure.
we just don't know
Right.
what this dream stuff is. It's very odd. So many people have these dreams where they wake up and have a moment.
Well, people think sometimes that when you're dreaming and somebody who's passed away comes to you in your dream, that it's actually them coming to you in your dream. So is the ghost of Chewy coming to you in your dream?
I have no idea what it means. All I know was I was having a dream I didn't like. I was trying to help him. I could not help him. You ever have that in a dream?
Yes.
You can't
Yeah,
get it
the
done.
helpless dream.
And I was struggling so hard and wanted to get out of that dream, and then that picture fell. It could be coincidence. I thought it was kind of cool. That's all I got, Kev.
I always hate in dreams. I need to get somewhere to help somebody or do something or get away from something, and I'm moving so slow.
That's what this dream was. I could not figure anything out.
You couldn't put it together.
I couldn't.
Couldn't make it happen. You let everybody down.
And in the dream, it would seem as if a year had passed because I hadn't seen Chewy in over a year. So that's probably what the whole, oh man, I haven't fed him in so long. I haven't got his medication to him in so long. What am I doing? Because I'll still wake up or still get up to go walk him at times. And then I'll go, dude, It's weird.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I don't know if you noticed this last week, Kevin. We had a little photo shoot. We did a little KVJ headshots, group shots. All of us were assembled back in the back, and they had like a whole photography studio set up.
Okay.
And we were there with some other employees, and they were kind of coaching us on what to do, taking different pictures for different reasons. And somebody from our promotions team let something slip that I don't think was supposed to be revealed.
Oh, come on, dog. Be cool. Man.
Does Suits have a lover?
She wonders why people keep secrets about their personal life because she blows it up on the air.
I know.
Sorry, if I've ruined my marriage, you're ruining your personal life too.
Dang. Suits, I did.
Suits has a secret lover.
He does.
Suits, I try to protect him, and by protecting him, I tried doing that by not bringing it up at all. Try to act like it never even happened. You let it slip.
He didn't let it slip. Somebody else let it slip.
Man, it's so early to be doing this, dude.
Dog, I'm sorry, man.
Welcome to the Thunderdome,
Yeah.
Suits. Are you keeping love secrets from us?
Well, of course. I mean, it always blows up when I bring it in here.
Never goes right.
It really, there is a curse if you start to bring up your love life on this show.
This happens a lot on my reality TV shows that I watch. The girls that talk about their personal life get mad at the girls that don't because they're not bringing enough to the table as far as like personal drama, love life. This stuff is fascinating, Suits. Don't be a man of secrets. Don't listen to the bird.
But as you'll find out from pretty much any reality show, as soon as you start talking about your personal life, it will self-implode.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's all what you like.
It makes for good
Suits.
TV, terrible personal
Dog,
life.
it's easier just being single, I've learned.
But you're not single.
He's not.
I'm not. I'm not single right now.
How long have you been with this person?
About 5 months.
Wow.
That's a pretty good little
Yeah,
relationship.
you've beat us into submission. We have secrets.
I'm scared over here.
I mean,
No. I'm not beating anybody into submission. This is fascinating, and listeners want to know about Suits and his personal life because they love you. Don't be a man of secrets. Don't let the bird make you jaded like he is.
You think the bird is conspired with Suits and said, "Don't give up the personal info"? Is that his
Definitely.
advice? Okay.
He just admitted it.
Suits is one of my best friends. I'm trying
Yeah.
to look out for the kid.
Okay.
I trust his advice sometimes on these things
Okay.
like this.
Well, look, everyone do you. If Virginia wants to dox people, you want to talk.
I'm not doxing. I'm just saying I didn't think we had big secrets like that in this family, but I guess we do.
Okay.
Yeah, we absolutely do.
Yeah.
There is a line we should not cross.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'll be the only one that brings up embarrassing relationship stuff, and me and Kevin will just do that heavy lifting.
And look at
Cool,
both
works
of
for
you.
me.
You guys are miserable.
You're right.
I'm
You know,
having a
now
great
that you say
time.
there's something to that. Maybe I need to shut up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew this was coming. I'm surprised you made it till Tuesday.
I gave Kevin the idea last week. He ignored it.
Thank you, Kevin.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Because Kevin knows.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything. I think she's drinking Kahlua today.
You know it.
I don't want to even. I don't want it.
Everybody's in trouble.
Kahlua with an edge. I don't want it.
Oh boy, look out! All right, okay. Well, Suits, whenever you're ready to introduce and
I think
talk.
it's too late.
Yeah.
Well,
you go
she'll
right
be probably
ahead.
coming out to some events here in the future, but
Oh,
I like
good.
to take my time, make sure everything's
Okay.
good before I bring it up in the public sphere.
I get
That's
it.
just what I was
yeah.
doing.
I mean, it's kind of like some people, they want to wait to reveal that they're pregnant until they get past a certain stage.
He's only doing that because Jay Bird told him to.
That's really not true.
Because the first serious girlfriend, you brought her around. It was fun. We got to know her.
And then
Well, her
it blew-
ex-boyfriend threatened to kick my ass as soon as I brought it up on the air.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, there's a reason why he didn't, because it blew up on the air.
immediately.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson quick.
As soon as he said it, hours later, it's over. What?
But that's life, baby. Ex-boyfriends want to kick other boyfriends' asses all the time.
Everybody I've ever dated, as soon as it got on the air, within a month,
Basically what happened.
Just boom. Explosions.
Me and Panda are still married, and Kevin's been married for 20 years.
20 years, yeah, never getting out of it.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't always have to be an epic blow up.
Early on, though, I like to just let things
Okay.
kind of marinate.
Okay. All right, just letting it take shape.
Yes.
All right.
Exactly.
Did she inspire your new haircut?
No, actually, this was kind of rogue. I didn't tell the person to cut it like this.
He got that right before our photo shoot.
I know.
And we all adore your new haircut.
I love it.
Yeah,
It
I do
looks
too.
so
Because
good.
it took an eye to make that happen. I'm not good with style and fashion, and I know if I sat down, I'd be like, I don't know, they would have to try something for me.
I told her what to give me, and she's like, no. That looks terrible.
She gave you
Really?
what she
Wow.
wanted.
Yeah, well, and I can't see when I'm getting a haircut because I have to take my glasses off. So I really have to trust what they're doing. It's just this blur in the mirror. And it felt like she was taking a lot of hair off. So I didn't know what to think at first, but I'm glad it came out good.
Oh, it came
Yeah.
out great.
Yeah, I did.
What does your girl think of it?
She likes it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
Are you going to bring her to St. Patty's Day?
If she's not working,
Okay.
but I think so right now.
Okay.
Can't wait to meet her. I'm happy for you because I love love.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You've only partially damaged your relationship here today.
Just a little
You
bit.
want to fully
The big
destroy
damage
it,
is coming
bring
in
her
the
out to an
future.
event.
Talk to me in a month, Suits.
Yeah.
Damn it, Virginia.
No mercy.
Can't keep a secret around this place.
I thought this is rather interesting. Jaybird, I know you're into collectibles, and everything seems to be a collectible at one time or another. And now they say one of the hottest collectibles out there is classic Apple memorabilia.
It's weird the things that people are into. I did that Rust Market on Saturday.
Yeah.
And that's where all the collectible people come out.
Yeah.
And I like to ask people what they're into, and people are into some weird stuff. But
Yeah.
it's weird to, if you're, it's just odd.
It's weird until you find a market. And then when people start buying stuff for ridiculous amounts of money, then you're like, okay, this is just awesome now. It's not even weird.
I met this one guy, all he does is collect doll cups. That's his thing.
Doll cups.
Doll cups?
Cups that only dolls use. His whole collection is just doll
So
cups.
weird.
I know.
Jay Bird, that guy has a kill count.
He might. Believe me.
Dude, that's crazy.
I had a very deep dive conversation with this guy on Saturday.
That guy's a psychopath.
Wow. I collect doll cups.
Oh, he has cups from the 60s, the 70s.
How old is this dude approximately?
This guy, I would say if I had a late 50s.
Every time he murders, he buys a commemorative doll cup.
That may be the most interesting collectibles I've heard.
People are into some weird stuff.
Dude, almost 60, and he collects doll cups. Wow. Yeah, they say that classic Apple gadget memorabilia is skyrocketing right now. And if you've been holding on to old iPhones or the iPod Classic, they say the original iPod Classic, which launched in 2001. It's now 21 years old. Can you believe that?
Wow.
21 years old. It goes for as much as $49,000 on resale websites.
Panda had one, but here's the problem. He let Rocco mess with it and play with it, and now it's just broken.
Really?
Panda had one.
Yeah.
That would have been tens of thousands likely.
Dang.
Yeah. They say the first generation iPhone, for instance, is now worth as much as $24,000 in the packaging on eBay.
Wow.
Yeah, if you can keep stuff in a package, but then they start to rate the package too, not only
Sure,
the
yeah.
item.
Yeah.
If you have a package versus another one that's got a damaged package, it's going to be less money.
Right. Was it something you would pull right off the shelf and have bought at that time? And you remember how much you hated when they put the free YouTube music on the iPods?
Yes.
They also came out with limited edition iPods to go along with it. Those are now selling for $90,000. $90,000, if you remember that. When they threw that album on the iPod and it came with it, and you're like, oh, I don't like that. And they say an early portable Mac just went for $500,000. It was really before they did the laptops that they have now that look like it. It was kind of their first idea of saying, what if we made a computer mobile? But it doesn't look very mobile. It looks like you're taking a suitcase with you and there's nothing easy about it. But if you have one of those, $500,000.
Is that also in the package as well?
I believe so. Pretty much everything is they want the packaging. So I guess it depends upon when you get to how rare, you can take it without the packaging, but then you won't get as much money.
That's always your dorky debate, Virginia. You find, especially if you find something at one of these conventions, you find something in a package. You go, oh, do I open it and display it for everyone to see, or do I keep it in the package for it to be more valuable in years to come?
Yeah.
It's always the debate.
So I've got all these doll cups.
Exactly. No, this guy displays the doll cups.
Oh, he does. Okay.
Have we checked him? Just run his plate. Just run his plate.
I feel bad.
Are all of his dolls made with real human skin?
I feel bad because he listens to the show.
We're just kidding,
Sorry,
but
dog.
kind of not.
So tells me he's up listening right now.
Virginia skin's going up on one of his dolls.
Your days are numbered.
I feel like I could take a doll cup guy.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, you can't.
I gotta stop talking.
He's going to get you when you least expect it, Virginia. Oddly enough. Well, we always like to get the perspective of which ones of our childhood movies actually can stand the test of time and the younger generation would still enjoy it. I always tried this test with my older twins when they were growing up. And it was really eye-opening because movies that I loved, I remember I put on some of them that I just thought, oh, they're going to love this movie. I did when I was a kid. And first time I put on one of those movies, they just kind of like stared at it and they were like, this is kind of boring. I was like, oh my gosh, it like ripped my heart out. I was like, I couldn't even believe it. So some of them do work, some of them don't. So before you make the same mistake with your kids, we give one off to Suits here, some of these classic movies. He is our Gen Z here on the show.
He's our kid.
Yeah, basically.
The kid, the prodigy.
Yeah. So we give him movies that are good 20 plus years old and see how they have stood up. What movie did you review over the weekend, Suits?
Well, this is as recent as I've gone. I watched American Pie this weekend.
Okay.
So it was like, I think 99, 2000, right around
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it's coming up on 25 years old.
And it was a big one. I remember that one. People
Yeah.
were loving on that one.
It was everything you wanted. It was, kind of like one of those teen kind of movies that we had, and it had been a while for us as a generation because we had so many growing up that you hadn't seen them for a while. And then they came out with a few more. Mean Girls was around that time.
Road Trip was another one.
Yeah, Road Trip. They had a few, so that generation kind of got theirs. And I don't even know what they're doing about those today. But
Well, in this one, there's a weird sex thing that happens that would not fly.
oh yeah,
Big time.
Yeah.
Nadia, she is changing.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
yeah.
they secretly film her. They broadcast her
Right.
changing for all the guys to watch.
wouldn't have that scene in a movie.
No.
today.
Never. That's the thing I keep seeing with these movies. I'm like, wow, I can't believe they put that in the movie.
Yeah.
It blows my mind.
Crazy how the sensibilities have changed. So, what did you think of American Pie?
I actually thought that one held up. It was really funny. I found myself
Yeah.
pretty much the whole time cackling to the thing. I mean, it was a really good movie. Raunchy as can be. I mean, it was so over the top, but I loved pretty much every second of it. It
Yeah.
was really good.
25 years, you said?
Dang.
That's...
It
is
said
that really-
99, so yeah,
That
we're almost
is-
25
It's coming
years.
up on 25.
That
yeah.
is insane.
Yeah.
Well, I was 4 when that came out.
Wow.
Dang.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the year we started working in West Palm Beach.
Do you guys remember?
You're old.
Do you remember-
99.
Do you remember doing radio and that being a big movie and talking about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I remember the soundtrack. Soundtrack was really good as well.
Because it was funny because, it was him and a pie.
Pie was great.
Just the fact that he was with the pie.
Yeah, that was a big...
That was
Yeah.
a big thing because we had never seen a man molest pastry.
Yeah. And then I think with the soundtrack, they had that Tonic, If You Could Only See, and they had some really good songs on that
There were some pretty
soundtrack.
good tracks on it.
Yeah.
You always see those kind of memes or those things where this was 50 years old today, but for whatever reason, the American Pie being 25 years old is
Yeah.
hitting me hard.
Oh, yeah. Should.
I don't like
Should.
that.
Well, you love pie.
I do, but 25
Yeah.
years? That's big.
I know it wasn't as good, but I actually liked American Pie 2 as well.
So, here's the thing. I
like that,
watched
yeah.
that and I thought, I just don't see how you do a sequel to this, really. Because I know
Yeah.
they've got a few of them, but it just didn't seem like a movie that would make a good sequel.
I think it was kind of like what they're doing over the summer, and I remember I used to put it on before I go out drinking. It was kind of like it had more of that kind of vibe.
It's not the worst out
it.
there. It's not. They did The American Wedding.
Yeah, that was when it started to lose me. I didn't really care for that, but I do remember liking American Pie 2.
They made Stifler so over the top.
What'd you think about Stifler's
He was
mom?
awesome.
Did you like Stifler's mom?
I did. She was pretty good,
I
too.
love Jennifer Coolidge. She might be my favorite thing ever.
It was very solid. There really wasn't a character I was like, all right, they're kind of annoying. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Well, look what it did to so many careers. You talk about Jennifer Coolidge. That really kind of launched her into other stuff. And then she went
Totally.
on and did the whole Bend and Snap and Legally Blonde.
She's still killing it.
And then you look at Jim's dad. I know he had done many things, but he had kind of had a cooling of his career at that point, and then he came
Right.
back and played Jim's dad, and that really
American
launched
Pie
him
did absolutely help him.
back into the stratosphere. And then I remember there were a couple actors that came out of that just, I don't know, didn't really take off for a lot of them.
Well, Tara Reid came out of there
Yeah.
and was hot
She
like
was
the
red
sun.
hot, red hot, and then she was just partying a little hard, got sloppy. Remember when she was on the red carpet and her dress had come down and she didn't realize it?
Her boob was out.
Really? I never
Girl,
even
it
heard of
happens.
this.
She was standing there smiling, and just her whole boob is out of her shirt.
I'm going to tell you how that kind of thing can happen because she had her boobs surgically done pretty recently before the boob came out, and they're still numb after you have breast surgery. So she might not have even felt the wind, felt the anything. She didn't feel the fabric on her nip.
Well, what sucked was it was a good at least 7 seconds of people just taking pictures.
Oh,
she didn't know
man.
for a good minute.
It was out.
Yeah.
It was out for a minute.
A lot longer than it should. And then somebody came to her rescue and was like, "Hey, honey, let me help you with that."
And at that point, because look, I can speak on this. I've had a wardrobe malfunction recent. My nards came out.
Oh, that's right. Your nards were out in that video.
Girl, just own it. Just own
You're
it.
just like Tara.
Couldn't feel the cold breeze on them things, huh?
Yeah, you didn't have ball surgery.
I had a hot pizza
Yeah.
on me. At first,
Kept everything too warm.
at first, Cam, I denied it. The press, they ate me up. Just own it.
The press.
Well, the evidence was overwhelming.
It was. They got me, Suits.
It was a scrote scandal.
It was.
I love when stores have fun little games. And Trader Joe's has something right now. I didn't know they did, but TikTok has shown you that at participating locations, they'll do something kind of cool and fun for the kids. They will hide stuffed animals all around a Trader Joe's. And if you find one and return it to an employee, they give you a lollipop.
That's fun.
That is kind of fun, isn't it?
I love that.
Well, you think about it, your kids are always distracted and they're reaching for things. And if, you're trying to get your shopping on, moms, it's not always easy because kids will kind of muck things up a bit.
What if you got a renegade out there that just goes into Trader Joe's and hides his own lollipop just to kind of stir things up a bit?
Well, if you hide the lollipops, then you're all good. You don't have to cut out the middleman. That's
You
a great
hide
strategy.
stuffed animals.
Or stuffed animal, I'm sorry. That's what I meant.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Rocco would love playing that. I think I'm going to, next time I take him in there, tell him, hey, look for the hidden stuffed animals. Mm-hmm. He would love that.
Any restaurant or store that does have a game, I always love what a restaurant has. If you can eat this whole steak, you get your name on a plaque. I
Yeah.
like when they have all that kind of fun game stuff.
What do you think is the best gimmick that you've ever heard of that stores have done? Because you have everything from eating all this to birthday songs they'll do to fun little games.
The birthday stuff, not everyone's feeling let me get the whole staff singing a birthday song to me. That makes some people uncomfortable.
That's why I wouldn't put it as the best. And I think what happened was people started lying about the birthdays just to embarrass people and bring out all the
Right.
chaos. And
My sister did that to me at a fancy restaurant in New Orleans because
Sister.
when she made the reservation, she wanted it to be a really good table. And so
Yeah.
she was like, hey, it's my sister's birthday. She's turning 56.
This is Maggie?
Yeah.
This is good.
She's like, it's a big deal. She's turning 56. I'm
Oh,
like,
56.
First of all, I'll be turning 48 or 49. What are we turning, Kevin?
You'd be 49.
Damn it.
You old?
So, yeah, so when we were in there, they made this big production about my 56th birthday. And I was like, "Grr."
Were you legit mad or did you get the joke?
I got the joke. But I was just sad that she went 56 instead of 43.
Right, yeah.
Girl, if you go lie
me feel good
down.
about it.
Lie down.
Her sister's so funny.
Yeah. So, that I wouldn't say is the best. In fact, arguably, this might be one of the coolest games that I've ever heard or gimmicks that a store or restaurant might use to get you inside. I'm like, I kind of love that.
I love the one that Monopoly and McDonald's did. That
that's
was
been the best ever,
such
yeah.
a good one. Anytime you have a game thing where people get game pieces and it's like a whole thing, I get so excited about that.
I look back on everything on my childhood, and when my dad and little sister got into that Monopoly McDonald's game, we're talking about the first round, the
Right.
first time it came out.
I remember.
The most fun I had in my childhood. We did it for weeks. Every weekend we would do it. We would go through the trash to find the pieces because some people didn't give a
Yeah.
crap about the game.
Right.
We kept on hearing about these stories about people finding, they found the boardwalk piece in trash.
And the
Yeah.
Penningtons were not afraid to dumpster dive.
I was raised on dumpster diving.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for that, you would definitely do it. That's how great that game was. You would dig in somebody else's food to try to find their pieces.
Then you find out they're scamming the whole time. McDonald's Monopoly.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that it was all
Yeah.
fixed.
What?
Yeah.
That is so uncool.
I think it was somebody that didn't work with the company, but worked with the company they hired to do the Monopoly game that was
Right.
giving out the really hard to find game pieces.
it was contracted through like
Yeah.
a third party
Right,
that managed the contest. And those people, not the McDonald's people, were being shady and setting up their friends to win.
That whole time, the Penningtons were chasing a ghost.
Yeah.
We weren't even.
But you did win some things.
It was-
I know you did.
It was.
Because I won small fries, small Coke all the time.
It was such a big deal.
When you're a little kid and you
Yeah.
peel it back and you won
fun.
small fries,
was.
or
Yeah.
you could win like a cheeseburger, all kinds of little mini prizes.
They had all kind of different. I think you could even win something along the lines, even as like a TV. They had all
Totally.
kind of electronics you could
Yeah.
win.
There was so many prizes, and it was a rush, Kevin.
It was a rush.
Remember when they used to do the contest underneath the Coke bottle tops?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you would look and you could win stuff automatically just looking through that. I mean, what a great gimmick that is because you would just be rifling through as many sodas as you could drink because of the excitement of open up one of those bottles. I just wonder, like, why do these places, they don't seem to be as many cool little games and gimmicks like this.
They used to do that with cereal too. They would have a special prize. Now I know cereal would have that in everyone, but if there was a cereal line, they'd have that one big special prize that would be in a random box, and you'd always go in there and look for the box. Mm-hmm. Do they still put prizes in cereal?
They do, but a lot of times you have to send away for stuff. Like
Let's
there'll be
not.
like a QR code or something.
Yeah. They used to do that a lot where you would send away box tops or proof of purchase seals or whatever it was. You cut those things up and
But what a rush! You're a
You
little
get a toy.
kid. You're putting your Captain Crunch, and a toy falls out.
it was smart. Yeah, I don't know if they still do that stuff. If they do, my son's never come to us. I remember going to my mom and saying, hey, I need to get these boxes. I need to get all these things. And I remember sending in stuff and you would get some cheap little toy back.
Some of those McDonald's Happy Meal toys are worth a ton of money. From the
Yeah,
80s,
sure,
from the
yeah.
Happy Meals.
Yeah, because, I mean, it really was. There was something about it was a quest. And yeah, the ultimate like prize wasn't that fantastic, but just part of the quest. You loved all that stuff.
It was the contest. It was the thrill of collecting the game pieces
Yeah.
and needing that one more to complete the set.
McDonald's used to give out 12-inch McDonald dolls of all the back in the 70s. They
Yeah.
would give those out to kids. There's a Grimace, 12-inch Grimace. There's a 12-inch Ronald.
I would give a finger for that hamburglar.
I know for the whole set. I looked it up on eBay. If you want the entire set in pretty good condition, you can get them roughly for about $125 to $150.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Now that's something that you can get to impress the ladies.
Somebody said I saw on Instagram there was a restaurant that had a truck scale outside, and if you weighed at least 350 pounds, then you would eat for free.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Oh, that just makes me sad. It's a little depressing.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, hey, all right. Yeah, I love to eat. I'm proud of it.
Come on, Buffet Bob. Let's go.
Talking about these cool little games and gimmicks, stores, restaurants, fast food places used to have back in the day. I'd heard about Trader Joe's at participating locations. They don't all do it, but according to one guy on TikTok, they will hide little stuffed animals, and if kids find them and return them to an employee, they'll give them a lollipop, which that's kind of fun. That's basic. That's
Yeah.
simple.
It's so cute.
I used to love that. And those lollipops work. I remember I would get excited when my mom would go to the bank because I would get one of those little dum-dum lollipops.
The Dum Dums were good, and then there was another kind of lollipop. It was a thicker lollipop, and it had almost kind of all different spot colors in it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I love. I don't even know what flavor that is. Just I haven't had one of those in a while.
It's mixed gross. If you eat it now as a grown-up, you'd be like, this is nasty.
And if you chewed on it, you had a toothache for about 9 months. It was
Yeah,
loaded
right.
with sugar.
We're talking about how Coke had the bottle tops that you would pop them off and you could win instantly. Somebody said you can actually still win stuff, but you got to keep track on the website with letters and numbers that are under the tops of the 20 ounces of Coke. And then you submit that online. Eventually it adds up, but they said, I think it's better when you win something immediately. There's just something about
There
that.
is.
Yeah, when you're like, oh man, I have my points together and then yeah, it's just too much of a process.
I was never a points kind of kid. I was.
Yeah.
If it's in the cereal box, boom, let me see that.
People
toy.
like that rush.
Yes.
Pay off now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Somebody said maybe one of the reasons why they don't do as many. Lucky Charms had recently done one with Pokemon cards, and people were going through the aisles and stores and trashing them, ripping all the stuff out of the boxes.
Gosh.
I mean, people are lawless now, so they don't care. Like back in the day, people had decorum. They'd be like, you can't do that. That's illegal. But now they just don't care. It's like, good luck stopping me.
Yeah, I think Pokemon too. It makes certain people go crazy, and they become like obsessed with it.
Yeah.
To the point where they don't even realize they've lost their soul to Pokemon.
Speaking of restaurants that would give out stuff, do you remember when Pizza Hut gave out the Land Before Time dinosaurs, the rubber puppets? You put them on your hand.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
I don't know.
Oh, man. I hate
Yeah.
when I bring up stuff and no one knows what the hell I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Happens a lot.
Didn't happen for me, unfortunately. Yeah.
Remember Pizza Hut had those commemorative cups you could get?
I'm talking about cups right now in the chat room.
Yeah, they're actually selling the red cups they always had because they were so unique from
Yes.
the 80s. Yeah,
Love the
people
red-
love the nostalgia of those. You can go buy those online now.
I felt those cups made the Pepsi just taste sweeter and the
There was
ice just a
something.
little bit
You're
colder.
right.
It was a special cup.
Yeah.
It was very
It
special.
was magical, yeah. Somebody said, I'm from Michigan originally, and the Tim Hortons, the donut coffee shop, they would do it where you'd roll up the rim to win. You know, they had the paper rims of paper cups. You can actually roll that up and then right underneath it if you won something.
Oh.
Yeah, which is kind of cool. They said my third graders are all into it. They asked me every day if I won something.
Aww.
Kids love it. So there you go. Yeah, more restaurants and stores. They need to do this.
Thank you.
We love entertainment. We love games. Come on.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, cause you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Boy, Sam Hunt. I don't know if he's just been a bad boy for a long time and got busted, or if this is the first time he's done this sort of thing, but his wife, who is pregnant and due in May, so she's very pregnant. I guess she busted him cheating, and she has filed paperwork to end their 5-year marriage, calling him out for adultery in the paperwork.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
She's also looking for alimony, transitional, and future, and wants to have her separate home, I guess, that she owned, and separate property given back to her.
Wow. Okay.
She also wants primary custody of the soon-to-be-born child, and then child support for that kid.
Uh-huh.
So there
Yeah.
you go.
She's going all out, and she's letting everybody know why they are splitting up. And the thing that was crazy, too, like they started dating back in 2008, and then they kind of went back and forth, and he had to really win her over. He named one of his albums after her hometown in Alabama, so he went all out to try to win this chick. They got married in just 2017. He had a DUI in 2019 that caused some issues, I think, in their relationship, and then this cheating is going on, so... it's kind of turned into an unfortunate punchline for Sam Hunt because one of his biggest songs that's out right now is Breaking Up was easy in the 90s. And so everybody's saying, yeah, I guess cheating was also easy in the 90s. So, yeah. So it's like he's become the punchline of one of his popular songs now.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Is he really good looking?
He's a decent looking dude. Yeah, he's good enough. He was a college quarterback at UAB, which is a team FAU plays occasionally. And so, yeah, and he's had some big country hits. I would say that he's a younger country A-lister.
Could you give us a taste of his biggest hit?
Denny's has got a few that he's going to pull up. But yeah, I told you that Body Like a Back Road is one of them. 23 is one of his big songs right now.
Got a body like a back road.
It's too bad he wasn't singing it to his wife. He's singing it to some other broad.
Yeah, well, I guess he was, and he can continue doing that now.
Britney Spears, they say, is signing a book deal that could be worth as much as $15 million. Here is a little bit of that news report.
Britney Spears has reason to celebrate. She reportedly just signed a deal with Simon & Schuster to write her memoir for $15 million. Supposedly, Britney will tell all about her family, about the conservatorship dramas. It is said to be a deal that is only second in size to the $65 million advance President and Mrs. Obama received in 2017.
Wow.
Question: how is this going to work? Does Spears sit down with somebody and give her a count, and
Yes.
someone's going to write it out for her?
Absolutely.
Or is Spears going to be grinding it out on the typewriter?
No. She'll be talking and someone will be writing or typing. I doubt she's going to actually pen the book.
I wonder how long that takes for the whole book to get done. They probably have a whole little, all right, today we're going to go chapter 1, the beginning part, Brittany.
There are people that are really good at this and they know exactly how to do it, and they will guide and help Brittany and get all the stories and get all the details. But I mean, it won't take them long.
Do you think that would be the world's best job or world's worst job?
I think it depends on who you're interviewing. For someone like Britney Spears, you're probably going to be
Some people
into
may be
it.
like, I love it, and I'm hanging on all of this dirt that she's giving me, and then other people may be like, okay, I don't know, this is a lot. Hold on real quick.
The title of the book's going to be F You, Jamie Lynn.
That would sell.
Great title.
I know it's not,
Yeah.
but that would double the
Great
sales.
title. Yeah.
You lied. And finally here, Dave Grohl, I guess, has been struggling with hearing loss, or did. Wow, that's kind of scary for a musician.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Here he is talking a little bit about his hearing loss issues.
I haven't had them tested in a long time. I mean, I know what they're going to say. You have hearing damage, tinnitus in your left ear, more so than your right ear. Like my left ear is kind of worse than my right because of my snare drum and my stage monitor when I play the drums.
Okay.
I think he said that it's something that he's starting to learn how to read lips now too, just because he doesn't know where it's going.
Wow. Getting old sucks, y'all.
Well, I think he also had a lot of help from his drums.
Sure.
Yeah.
When you do that kind of damage and you have it so loud in your monitor,
I
it's
know.
just.
I was blaring a lot of air supply this weekend with the headphones. I got a little bit of tinnitus or whatever that thing's called in the old ear. A ringing, little damage.
And that's what's going on in your damaged dirt.
Okay. Now, taking a look at your birthdays here today. Got several celebrities celebrating the big one today, including, I guess, coming off of President's Day weekend. Today's the official birthday of George Washington.
Oh.
Yeah. Would have been his birthday today.
You would have been how old, Virginia?
Today?
Just do not do the math.
He died over 200 years ago. So.
Yeah, bruh, come on.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Khalil Mack. He plays in the NFL for the Chicago Bears. He used to play his high school ball at Fort Pierce Westwood. He's 31 years old today.
That would be a great Jeopardy category for you. Players that played in the high school. You would know their high schools. You know a lot about high school football when they go into college.
Yeah, especially South Florida, yeah. I would do all right. I don't see that ever being a category, but you're right. If it is, I'm beating Ken Jennings.
You're going to crush it.
Yeah. Drew Barrymore is turning 47 years old today, and they said that for the 40th anniversary of E.T., she's going to be watching it with her kids and Steven Spielberg.
Oh,
It's kind of cool, right?
adorable.
We need E.T. 2. Part 2, don't we? Do we need the sequel?
I don't know.
They did it in that commercial, and that was all I needed. And then some. Remember that? I think it was that last year was the Super Bowl commercial, E.T.,
What happened?
and it came back.
No.
And they had Elliot in it.
I don't remember what happened.
Yeah, see, that's how much it tanked. You don't even remember it.
It's a commercial. Come on.
It didn't go very well.
All right.
It was here and gone.
You know what? Screw you,
I
E.T.
think much like ET2 would be.
Steven Spielberg's like, no, we're good.
Yeah, I've done enough. Happy Sweet 16 to our Princess Emma Sugarbee. So proud of the young woman you're becoming. That's from a mom, daddy, Scotty, Mimi, and Pops, Nana and Papa, and the fur babies, Brian, Ruthie, and Kiki. And got a photo there of Emma.
Aw.
KVJ TV. Also, happy birthday to Daniel. Love you so much, Mum. Also got a happy 30th birthday to Brittany Panger. Love Jamie, Leo, Lucas, and your kitties Katniss, Athena, and Ollie. Got a cute photo there on KVJ TV.
Cutie.
Also, Samuel Luthier. Happy birthday. Turning 27 from Mom, Dad, Tucker, Cooper, and Beans. Also, my twins, Mia and Soraya. Happy 15th birthday from Deborah. And got a photo there on KVJ TV. You want a birthday shout out, want to add your photo, you can do that. Just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. I got a couple options here for you in a round of Would You Rather. Okay, you get a choice. What do you think is the better option here in Would You Rather? Would you rather have a full phone battery or a full tank of gas?
Definitely the tank of gas. I always have my phone. I always have it charged. I have chargers in the car. Mm-hmm. It's never an issue. I have a battery pack in the car, charged up, ready to go.
I fly real close to the sun when it comes to my phone.
He is always at 5% left.
I feel like I'm not at my best if there's anything higher of a percentage. It keeps my edge going.
Keeps the edge on?
You got to keep that edge.
Okay. You like it low, huh?
I want gas. I hate stopping for gas. Stopping for gas is such an annoying thing.
And it's expensive.
It is. I always notice when I'm running late. It's the only time I ever notice when I need gas. I'm like, oh, I'm running late. Let me check the gas tank. Yep, it's on empty.
Yeah. That's the way it always goes, isn't it?
I mean, do you guys like stopping to get gas?
No, I hate it. Because
Yeah.
it's dirty, too. I don't want to touch that thing. It's
Well,
gross.
It's a to-do, and there's, oh, cool, I'm getting gas to go drive more.
And I could put my card in this little machine, and someone could steal all my information from my credit card.
Every time I get gas with my card, I think about you saying that to me, and I've not made the adjustment. I continue to use the card.
I know, because it's so easy.
Mm-hmm. Now, I can see the argument on the phone battery that, there's so much that you got to do and you can contact somebody. There's nothing worse when you feel like you're stranded and you don't have your phone. That's the ultimate worst.
What's a number on your phone percentage where, Kevin Rawson goes, I got to get this charged now?
About 80.
80 scares you?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I mean,
When I start
80.
drawing below 80, I'm like, I got to find a charger.
80, I'm going on a 3-day road trip with that. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
He's never had his phone at 80.
I don't even think my phone's allowed to go to 100%.
Yeah.
I've tried to do it.
It just stops at 30 for the sake of it.
It does. It gives me this message: your phone it's done, and I'll go. Okay, clearly it's charged to 100. It's 89%. It won't allow me to get 100.
Yeah, just one. It's like
You don't deserve
Yeah.
it.
It doesn't let me.
You haven't been good.
yeah. Well, I think now with the cost of gas, maybe you're going to go with the full tank of gas. Don't know if you saw this, but the prices are going up. Palm Beach County right now is the most expensive in the state of Florida.
Oh, lucky us.
Yeah.
Sweet.
$3.63 a gallon right now it's going for. It's 90 cents more than it was this time last year, and it's the highest since July of 2014.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's gone up 90 cents. There are some places in California they think they're going to get to $6 a gallon.
Oh, my
They're-
God.
Yeah, they're right at about $5 right now. State of Florida is at $3.51. That's the average.
Do we know what the highest it's ever been in our country?
Yeah, we do. I don't, but I'm sure somebody knows.
Go ask somebody else. Kevin don't know
I
that.
thought Kevin knows.
He don't know.
Kevin knows about things.
I try to prepare myself for all the amazing questions I'm going to get in a day, but that one I wasn't ready for.
Kevin, what's the price of gas in Pennsylvania right now?
Y'all think I'm like Siri or something.
You have a lot of nerve, lady.
Yeah.
You ask Kevin some of the most ridiculous questions.
Okay, would you rather sip gin with Ryan Reynolds or shoot tequila with The Rock?
Ooh, that's a good one.
The Rock.
I mean, Ryan Reynolds is cuter, I think, but The Rock has more star credibility.
I want to get drunk with The Rock and have him do the rock bottom on me.
Yeah.
That's his finishing move.
Is that a bedroom move?
His finishing move.
I bet you do.
He can do the rock bottom on me or the people's elbow. Either one I'll take.
Okay. Either one, huh? The people's elbow.
They both sound like a lovemaking move.
I'll take it rock and I'll take it hard.
I think I'm going with the sipping gin with Ryan Reynolds. It's It's a little bit more casual. I think he'd be amusing to talk to.
I tried a little bit of his gin this weekend, that aviation gin.
Mm-hmm.
They were one of the sponsors out at the Taste of Little Italy. It's yummy.
And when she
Yeah.
says a little bit of gin, she had a bottle.
Yeah.
I had a doll cup.
That's right. Okay, would you rather travel the world for free for a year or have $50,000 to spend however you please?
Oh my gosh, it's so easy.
Okay.
50 grand, baby.
50
Yeah,
grand, huh?
we don't really have the luxury of taking a year off to travel. We would get fired.
Well, take that 50 grand and go travel when you can.
Right. Travel on the
Yeah.
weekends when you're not working.
If you did it right, traveling free for a year would be a lot more than $50,000. I would love to travel the world
Totally.
free for a year. That'd be the one I'd take.
Is there something you have in mind? If someone was to give you 50 grand tax free and you had to spend it not in an adult way with bills, is there something you would love to do with that you know?
I'd probably get some trips to football games. That would be
Trips. So you would do trips.
Yeah, I like that. I'm more into the experience thing than I'm not big on collecting things that I'm never going to use hardly.
Weekend trips are awesome.
They are. They are.
And if you
Yeah.
have 50 grand, you can do probably a weekend trip every month and not run out of money.
Yeah, I know a couple, they do a weekend trip once a month. Whether it's going to,
Okay.
I don't know, Gainesville or they go up to, wherever, all over
That's
Florida.
fun, yeah.
And just a little out of Florida, they look forward to it every
That's
single.
smart.
They don't have kids, do they?
They don't have kids.
They're
and
lucky, those bastards.
they've been married a while and they're very happy with one another.
That's good. Good for them. Good for them. All right, would you rather ask your ex or a total stranger for a big favor?
Gosh, total stranger.
How big is this favor? No, I'm going stranger.
Stranger danger, yes.
Yeah, I would think so too. I do have a ranking on my exes on how much they hate me. Some of them, they're okay with me, and then some just detest me. So, yeah, if I'm thinking about the worst on the list, I'm definitely going total stranger.
It's not even that they hate. It's just that you're opening up such a can of worms.
You're opening Pandora's box.
Yes.
You're
True.
letting
Yeah.
them in, and now you have to, be nice to them? Oh, no.
Not only that, you may be leading them on. They may think, oh, he's asking me for help because he needs me. Like, oh my gosh, no.
Back in it.
You're in it.
Yep, that's it. Jaybird, you say that your dad, Randy, had a run-in with the cops over the weekend?
The cops were called.
Okay.
They had to question him.
Oh, wow. What the
Yeah.
heck is going on?
So he gets a knock on the door at the townhouse where
Uh-huh.
he's staying at.
Okay.
And the cops are there. He's like, okay. They go, sir, we have a complaint
Complaint.
coming from your townhouse you're at.
I can't imagine the Juicy Daddy is doing anything shady.
This is in the middle of the daytime, so this is not at nighttime. We're talking 1 p.
Okay.
Or around there.
Yeah.
He was playing his guitar, and someone in the neighborhood called the cops on him for playing too loud in the middle of the daytime.
Wow.
He had the windows open, I guess.
No way, really?
But I mean, it's not. Believe me, I know the amp that he has. It's not anything that's that loud.
I mean, the Juicy Daddy was shredding.
He was
And
shredding.
neighbors couldn't handle
He
it.
was shredding so loud, and the cops called on him, which I said, "Dad, that's so badass. That's rock and roll."
This story just makes him all the more sexy.
It really does. And then the police told him he's got to keep it down a little bit in the middle of the daytime.
Dang.
I thought that was kind of weird.
That is.
Those neighbors are lame.
I
Yeah.
thought that was weird.
That is very odd.
That's an odd complaint. No, if it was 10:30 at nighttime, I see why the police show up. In the
And you know he
daytime-
was playing James Taylor or something.
Hell no.
Oh, he wasn't?
Oh, my dad's a rocker. He's way more.
Was he getting down with some AC/DC?
He likes rock. He likes blues.
Okay, all right.
He's more into the electric. I'm the acoustic.
Okay.
Soft and peaceful. Yeah, he's into the
Your dad's
harder.
shredding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He likes the blues.
Okay, all right.
Interesting.
I thought that was weird.
Your dad, but look at him, a menace to society, huh?
And you don't know which neighbor it was.
We have no idea. No, I got a few ideas.
They
though.
have a look, though.
They have a look.
Yeah, there was this one neighbor that came over. I was hanging over there one time out in the courtyard, and all of a sudden this guy who lives a couple units down. He's like, "Hey guys, I had to pull my gun on somebody." Like, what? He Goes, yeah, this guy with a mask comes over here, won't leave my courtyard. He's the guy, the guy that lives in that tree over there. I'm like,
What?
The guy that lives in the tree? It's like, yeah. It's like, okay.
Keebler elves?
I had no idea what this cat was talking about.
Who else lives in a tree? It's not
I
alive.
went over there, y'all, and I don't see how it's possible for anybody to live in this tree.
Fairies?
I don't know.
It's crazy.
It was weird, man.
Okay, that guy's got a gun.
He says he has a gun.
Okay, that's comforting.
Yeah, it might be time to move.
Yeah, it might be time to get out.
That was the time I was there.
Yeah.
Well, you do attract weird.
Yeah. All right, so we got your call them outs. They're rolling in right now, 877-979-WRMF.
If somebody's done you wrong, it's time for you to sing along and call them out, call them out, call them out. You gotta call them out, call them out, call them out. It's time to call them out.
Okay, here we go. Got some call them outs. Somebody wants to call out the volunteer wannabe cop at the airport. Went to pick up my husband at PBI. I went through the arrivals lane. It was peak hour. And traffic was heavy, so I beat the horn to catch my husband's attention, and the volunteer cop started yelling at me because my horn was too loud. I drive a Mercedes, and I got a normal horn. He then proceeded to approach my car and said that I'm going to get beat up for using my horn. I didn't respond to him because he was acting crazy. As I pulled off, I looked in my rearview mirror, and I saw that the same volunteer cop started yelling at the car behind me. Obviously, he should not be working there. Hashtag not cool.
Some people get mad with power. You've seen this too. Like, you're not a real cop. If you're a volunteer cop, you're not supposed to escalate situations. Like, dude, get it in check. Mm-hmm. You may need to report that guy just because he's going to pop off and turn something into a really bad situation. Telling people they're going to get beat up is not really how any officer should be handling himself.
Do they mention if he had a flat top or not?
They do not say.
Okay.
They do
Probably
not say.
did.
I mean, it sounds like the temperament of a
Sounds like
flat
it.
top. An FTC, Kev.
Yeah. Got another call them out here, 877-979-WRMF. It says, I'm calling out the Uber Eats driver who stole my Buddha statue. I saw him take it from my front yard, but I don't have any video evidence. I contacted Uber Eats, but they aren't doing anything about it, so I'm calling them out as well. The driver's name is Dwayne. Okay.
Dang, Dwayne. You
Sticky fingers Dwayne.
That's not good karma.
It's certainly not good karma. Buddha is all about peace and love and being kind to others.
You're not supposed to steal.
Dude.
This one said, I need to call out my boss. He backed into my car at work and then kept on going. The whole thing is caught on video, but he still refuses to even acknowledge what happened.
What?
I want to say something, but I don't want to make it weird. It sucks because I owe over $600 worth of damage done to my car. I can't get this guy to admit he did it and pay for the damages.
Okay, let me ask you this, Virginia. Our boss, Elizabeth, hits your car. Same thing, doesn't say anything to you. And then a day goes by, still nothing. Do you bring it up to her or do you kind of move along?
I think I move along. What am I going to say? You can't call them out. It's your boss.
It's the same thing with you. If our boss, Elizabeth, hit your car and took off and didn't say anything, do you say anything to her?
I think I'd be like, hey, if I got $600, I'd be like, hey, can your insurance take care of this or something?
I think I say something, Virginia.
I don't know. I think I just eat it.
Really? They're clearly.
I'm not going to fix it. I'm just going to drive around with a big dent. But yeah, I probably. How do I go in there and say it to her? Because she doesn't even maybe know she did it.
Oh, get out. Everyone knows they hit a car.
Maybe she knew she hit a car. Maybe she didn't realize it was my car. And now I'm making it awkward. I'm calling her out for her behavior. Like, I don't want any part of that.
I think I'll call it out our boss.
Yeah.
I'm not.
$600 damage?
$600?
I'm not going to fix it. I'm just going to drive around with a dent.
And she's wrong. She hits and run. You're a bad person. If you're hitting and running and you're not stopping and doing anything, you need to be called out. Boss.
You're right. Look, I'm not pro hit and run.
No.
I'm just saying. I'm also not pro calling out the boss and making it all uncomfortable. And
this is a fake scenario. Don't no one go tell my boss that she's involved in a hit and run accident.
Like going forward now, like you've got this on her and you're gonna make her feel all weird. I don't know. I don't like it.
You don't have to make her feel weird, but you could go, hey, I did notice I think you hit my car possibly, and there's some damage.
Oh, no. I do not want anything to do with this.
Really? Okay.
I would not say a word. Okay, so if you're listening, Elizabeth, my car is the car to hit out of this show. If you got,
She's definitely parking next to you now.
if you got to hit one of us, hit me, because I won't bring it up.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's weird. You wouldn't say anything.
Somebody else said I want to call out the big D bag in front of me that stopped at the yellow light to turn left. And then an accident happened, so now I'm stuck.
Oh.
Yeah, we could have made the light.
That is tricky. When the person in front of you could have made it.
When they stop short.
Yeah, I've
in
seen
front
that.
of you.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of, because they'll go really fast. Like, you're like, okay, they're going to go. And you try to be like, I'm going to run with them. And then they hit the brake hard, and you're like, oh, crap. It sounds like they just plowed right into the back of them. We got Stephanie here from West Palm Beach. You want to call out a bar. You're getting some complimentary drinks, and then all of a sudden it stopped. What happened, Stephanie?
So what happened was the drinks were complimentary, and I got there around 1 o'clock thinking it was going to be done at 2 o'clock. So I'm timing my drinks right. I'm getting rum and punch. The drinks had less than, I'm going to say, half a shot in them.
Okay.
Very light because they were free, So then it's about 1:50. I've had 4 so far. And I go back up, on my 4th one, I said, what time does this end? Because I thought it ended at 2 o'clock. There's a couple of volunteers behind the counter.
Mm-hmm.
One of the older ladies says, now. And one of the younger ladies says, 4 o'clock. So now I'm thinking, it's now because the lady that was older was louder. I was like, okay. So then it's like 1:55. I go back up for my final and last drink, and she's like, we're done. We're done. I'm like, okay. I said, but you just served someone else. And she goes, no, honey, you're done. You're cut off. It was just super rude and mean to me when I was nothing but nice. I went up and I showed my ID every time. They were just being more and more rude every time I went up. They said, we ID'd her already and this and that. And it's like, it was definitely, I think, an age thing because she was older than 50, near her 60s. And that was the only person who wanted to cut me off. She was trying to embarrass me so much by telling everyone that I'm cut off, this and that. They're handing me full water bottles. It's like, I'm not even drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, they're looking at you thinking, okay, she's young, she's here to get plowed, not on my watch.
So you said you had 4 drinks in an hour? What kind of drinks were they?
They were rum punch, but they were weak.
Rum and punch.
Here comes Virginia to your defense.
Look, this is a travesty. I've never heard of anything so disgusting. I can't believe these women even call themselves bartenders. Tend the bar, woman. Give me my drink.
Exactly.
Uncool.
Thank you, Virginia.
Well, you're lucky I wasn't there. I'd have flipped that thing over.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Virginia's got your back, no doubt.
Yes.
You would have had plenty of drinks because Virginia would have had her flask. And she
Look,
would have.
I would have given you one of the fireballs in my purse. But beside that, if they say there's going to be drinks up until 2 or 3 or 4, whatever it is, they have to honor that. They can't just discriminate because they think that she's a younger person and because the bartender's mad that she's old.
That's so funny. Because witches, we all know, they throw fireballs, and you always have fireball in your purse.
I do. I always have fireball, just
Always
in
ready to
case.
go. Just in case a party breaks out.
You are a party witch.
You're the reason I have it.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to call out all the people who are buying her favorite cookies and candies, even though they know that she's dieting. Apparently it was her birthday last week, and she's got a mountain of great snacks and things that she loves to eat but can't.
Bring them to work. That's what I do. I bring them to work, and I put them in the work kitchen, and they get consumed. Mm-hmm. You can't leave them in your house. Otherwise, you'll wake up at midnight and eat them.
Okay.
People are calling out the girl who had the 4 drinks now. They go, you had 4 drinks. You were probably drunk.
But they weren't full-on drinks. She said
Virginia.
They were watered down.
Yeah.
They only had a half a shot of rum. That is nothing.
I always love this story. They thought I was out of line. So I had 4 drinks in an hour.
That's not a lot. Half a shot. That's 2 shots of rum in an hour. That's nothing.
Look, I wasn't there. I'm just saying people are calling everybody out.
Well, I'm in defense of the young person trying to get their buzz.
Somebody sent in a call him out and said, I want to call out the coworker that heard my KVJ confessional and busted me at work. You know who you are. Guess what? I get to work from home and I still have my job, so you can go suck it. I'm just waking up and you're driving to work.
Dang.
I wish you'd have I'm trying to think of what confession it was. Maybe they're confessing about how little they work or something like that.
Maybe they were confessing about having 2 jobs. Remember we had those?
People confess some real sick, dark stuff on this show.
If
Kevin.
you work from home now, we talked about how this is a thing.
Right.
You can actually have 2 work from home jobs. If you know how to do your work fast and you're good at it, you can consolidate and work, like 6 hours on one, 5 hours on the other. Bam, that's one full work day, a little long, but people are doing it because they're working from home.
Yeah. Okay. That might be what it's all about. Yeah. I mean,
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Yeah, if I'm a boss and you're getting your work done, I don't care.
Exactly.
Call him out here. Says, I'm calling out my son's 8th grade teacher. He used my son's face mask for himself and then gave it back to my son after he was done using it. This was the same mask my son was using for the day.
Oh.
What the hell?
Hell no. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Why?
Great question.
That's
I don't know.
so gross.
Maybe they had to have a mask. I don't know. Maybe they misplaced theirs. I'm like, hey, kid, just give me your mask.
Yeah, maybe that the principal walked in. The teacher's supposed to have a mask. He's like, oh crap! Let me take Johnny's real quick.
This is a bartender call him out I think should stick. I'm calling out the bartender who accidentally ashed her cigarette in my draft beer. I know you work in a terrible dive bar, but you really shouldn't be smoking cigarettes while you're pouring drinks. Just saying.
I can't believe you have to say that, but yeah.
There are some bars really holding on to. You can still smoke in here.
Yeah. I think I know which bar this might be.
Yeah, there's not too many, so.
If it's local, I know exactly what bar we're talking about.
Exactly. Well, I got your call them outs in today. Thank you very much for those. This is, I guess, a call them out, but just kind of goes to show you how crazy our roads are here in South Florida. Keither, who's in the YouTube chat, was talking about how he's involved in a hit and run. Just about a month ago near Boca. He said some kid cut me off and hit the front of my car when I was getting off the Palmetto Park exit during rush hour. That's just a whole crazy area there, too, on I-95, if you know that area.
Oh, I hate it.
It's insane, yeah. I went to pull over, and I realized that the person just hit me had no intention of stopping. I'm like, this ain't happening. Love my car. So he kept going, and I started to chase him, and he got to the bottom of the ramp and just pulled right into moving traffic. So I followed him. He was swerving from the right lane on Palmetto Park all across 5 lanes of cars on Northwest 12th Avenue. I followed him there. Cars were beeping their horns at both of us. I felt bad, but I was not letting this dude get away with it.
Good.
He went about a half block and made a U-turn into oncoming traffic, still trying to get away from me. And they got stuck at the light, and I took a photo of his plate. I was already on the phone with 911, and they wound up catching the guy. He was driving his grandmother's car, had a suspended license, and is on probation for felony armed robbery.
Oh, my gosh.
And not only that, but I found out it's Amy Fisher's 20-year-old son, Brett.
The Amy Fisher, as in Joey Buttafuoco?
Yes, the Long Island Lolita. In 1992, when she was only 16, she got with her boyfriend, Joey, who was 35, went to his house, knocked on the door, and shot his wife, Mary Jo, in the face. Nice to see her kid is a model citizen, too. Amy lives in Wellington, and now her kid lives in Deerfield. So.
Boy, that Buttafuoco was a real catch, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Crazy story.
That is a crazy story, right?
That was Keither, right?
Yeah, Keither, yeah.
He's got really good stories. You ever meet somebody they have good stories? Keither's one of those kind of people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty crazy and entertaining.
He's the same guy that saw a ghost face in his cereal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The Boo-Berry.
Yes.
Got to call him out here. Somebody calling out Virginia for hosting the most amazing taste of Little Italy the tradition has ever had, especially on Friday night. Glenn from the Pizzle saying that.
Oh, it was so fun. Friday night was Freestyle Friday. So they were playing like all this freestyle music.
Okay.
Was there a lot of KVJ Nation out there?
There were. They were having a good old time.
Okay.
It was fun.
Yeah.
And you lost the cheese stacking?
Dude.
Well, we got to talk about it. It's out there. It's in the media. We got to address it.
I won first place the first round, and then I got too comfortable. I got too casual. I thought I had it in the bag. I did not keep my eye on that Italian chef Pasquale. He beat me by a half inch.
Well, I had to bring it up. There was a confusing post that was uploaded to our KV because it didn't really first place is or second place is the first loser, but it didn't say if you lost or won. You did lose.
I did lose. I got second place.
Yeah, are you embarrassed, Kev? I mean, it's our name too.
I didn't want to talk about it because I'm mortified.
I'm bringing you down. I get it.
I mean,
look, I'll not rest on Chef Pasquale next time. I will
don't
realize
sleep on that guy.
That guy came to play, and I underestimated him.
We barely ever go up to the Pizzle anymore to represent the KVJ.
And when we do, we have to leave in shame.
Don't worry.
Were you a little cocky? Be honest.
I was, because I won the first round. The qualifying round, I had everybody beat by like 4 inches. So I'm like, got this. And then Chef Pasquale came out of nowhere. I think he was looking at my architecture and how I had built my stack, and he was like, okay, taking some tips.
Okay.
And he beat me by a half inch.
Yeah. That's all it takes.
Life.
I won't sleep on you again, Pasquale.
Life is a game of inches, and Pasquale.
I did find there was a little kid that lost a wallet up there at the Taste this weekend. So if you're a young girl who lost a wallet with money and gift cards in it, I know what little girls have in their wallet. Of course, she was probably too young to have an ID, so there's no name or anything.
Okay.
But if anybody has a little girl that lost a little gift card and money in her wallet, call us and identify it, and I will bring it to you.
Okay.
Can I put a little APB out there too, Kev?
Go right ahead.
I have a pair of KVJ Nationers glasses. You left them at one of our cocktails and karaoke. They are prescription. I had them in my pocket. You had left them up on stage. I went to go find you. You were already gone. They look expensive. I just found them in my box of shells.
Okay.
That's where glasses should be, in a box of shells. Kevin, can I do one more? Somebody lost their credit card. They left it at the bar, and somebody gave it to me. Debbie Jameson from the Treasure Coast. I have your credit card.
Okay, what's the number?
No.
3-digit back the code.
The code on the back.
We'll help her
If anybody knows Debbie Jameson, tell her I got her visa.
We got it all here.
Okay. Samantha calling you out for all the string cheeses her kids picked up. So she had a good time out there as well.
That's the fun thing. So Galbani Cheese, at the end of this cheese stacking competition, they want us to throw all the cheese in the crowd for the people. So you can walk away with like $10 or $20 worth of free string cheese. That stuff's expensive. Especially the Galbani. It's the most expensive.
It's pretty fun to throw out. It's one of the rare foods you can throw out, and you can hit a kid in the head, and it doesn't cause that much damage. The kid kind of thinks it's fun.
It doesn't knock him out.
It's not like that parade where I threw out the beads and basically
clogged.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wish we had slow motion on that, because just the pain and horror. The kids recoil in the hardest ways. When you ping those beads right off his face.
I mean, I drilled this
Well, you hit him in the temple.
I mean, it was
all I saw as we drove by was he was down and his mom was tending to him.
And I was like, I'm so sorry, kid.
So I could hear trailing off.
Jay-Bird.
Jay-Bird's apology and kid tears.
I only underhand toss now.
I'm dizzy. Jay-Bird hit me in the eye.
That's right. I got a nice call him out here. Somebody said, I was walking my dog with my kids, and my dog did the poo-poo in this neighbor's yard. I was finishing bagging it. I was corralling my little ones at the same time who were on bikes, and she and her son were getting into their van and heading out. And usually it's awkward when your dog is going in somebody else's yard and they see it, even if you're cleaning it up.
It is.
But this lady rolled down her window and said, just leave it there. I got a dog too, and I'll be putting it in my bags later. So enjoy your walk. See you later. My mind was blown. She was so kind and cool. Great lesson for my kids.
Aww.
Thank you, neighbor in the Heights. Becky sent that in.
It's nice when people are just cool, man.
Totally.
It's just a cool thing.
Isn't it great?
It is.
Yeah. And also somebody's calling out their mother-in-law for paying for our groceries this week, not because we couldn't afford it, but just out of the kindness of our hearts, she wanted to help. We love you and appreciate you.
Aww.
There you go. Some nice examples. And today is the Angel Day, 2/22/22, where you can go out and be an angel to somebody else and do something nice.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, yet another shady figure associated with Jeffrey Epstein has been found dead in their jail cell.
Jeez.
Now they're saying it was a suicide, but they've said that before.
Let me guess. All of the cameras went out during this murder.
You are right. The video cameras that were set up to face the cell were not running at the time that he died.
Oh, how odd.
I mean, at this point, they're just saying, yes, we're killing them, and we don't think you're very smart, and nobody's going to really call us on it, and we're not going to have to pay any repercussions, so we run the world, you don't, so we're going to kill whoever we want.
Tagged on with a hearty har har ha 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 in your face, bitch.
Right.
Happy 2/22/22.
I mean, you guys have no power. We run the whole thing.
This guy's name is Jean-Luc Brunel, and he was a French modeling agent. And he had been, I guess, hanging with Jeffrey Epstein, was accused of scouting for young women for Jeffrey Epstein, and appeared to be at least awaiting trial or already had been convicted. I don't know where the status of his crimes were, but he is dead, y'all.
Yeah, and this happened one day after the one girl settled with Prince Andrew.
Yes, that's right.
Coincidence? We think not.
Crazy.
It is certainly crazy.
Yeah, I saw the one photo. It was Epstein and this guy in a private jet with Ghislaine, and they're like, yeah, two of these guys hung themselves in their jail cell without working cameras.
Yeah,
and one of them's currently in jail.
What an odd coincidence, huh?
Yeah.
How long till Ghislaine hangs herself?
They need to have 80 cameras on her cell.
If I was her, every day I go, do we get a camera check?
Yeah.
Do we have a backup camera in here too? Every day I'd be asking about these cameras.
How many people gotta hang before we say something fishy?
I'd call for the guard every 2 minutes, and if they didn't ever show up, I'd be like, oh no.
Today's the day.
What's going on?
Oh, this is awesome. I guess Bob Saget had been doing some stuff and working, and he's going to be appearing in an upcoming rap video called Bacon. And I guess Snoop Dogg was involved, and he got Bob Saget the job. And so I guess this will be something that they release here pretty soon. We'll get to see one of the last projects that Bob Saget was working on before.
I think it's his last time on camera.
Oh, that makes me sad.
Yeah.
And finally here, let's end on a happy note. Kodak Black has been doing some really cool things. In September, he gave $20,000 to the child of a Fort Lauderdale police officer who had passed away. He also has been doing other philanthropy that I think, like sending kids to college.
Yeah.
If their FBI parents had died, like really stepping up and helping families and children that had been left parentless. And now June 11th will be known as Kodak Black Day in Broward County to thank him for his philanthropy. Oh, I love that.
Okay, yeah.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Yeah, they had actually tried to step it up and give him his own festival. And Margate said, yeah, I don't think we're going to do that.
He has some charges pending.
Yeah.
But let's not focus on that.
He's done some great things. And, you know, you should pat Kodak Black on the back for all of the great things that he has done. But, yeah, you just don't know. It feels like things could maybe turn on a moment's notice with Kodak.
What are the charges pending?
He has, I believe, sexual assault pending in South Carolina.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I know he's got gun charges pending.
Yeah, he had those. Trump actually said, you're good, and he waived those. So he was exonerated
From
of
the
those,
gun stuff.
From the gun stuff here in Florida.
So he's still going through the sexual assault stuff.
I believe so. I know that was still there. And when it talks about, you know, when he was pardoned, it was pardoned for the gun charges in Florida. It didn't say anything about and that would really look bad if a president ever pardoned somebody for a pending sexual assault case.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's been settled now, but I know at one point it was still on.
2016 was when the original charge was. I didn't realize it was for sex charges. I had heard about the guns and some drug stuff.
Yeah, I haven't heard about a resolution, and maybe it has because, you know, a lot of times those resolutions, they keep really quiet and they don't say anything about it.
Well, the stories they're going to want you to talk about is he just donated money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and I bought it. That's all I talked about.
So when his people came to Margate and said, hey, we have a Kodak Black Day, why don't we have a festival to celebrate how great he is? They were just like, yeah, I don't know.
This is what Sean DeBaby in the chat room said. It was settled. He has nothing pending.
Yeah, there was
okay.
a plea deal, and I guess he pled guilty to a lesser charge.
Okay.
And it is now taken care of. He got 18 months of probation. And
Okay, so Kodak Black Fest is back on?
I don't know if it's going to happen.
Okay, all right.
Sounds like. So was he saying he's guilty?
Oh, he took a plea deal for a lesser charge. So he's saying he's guilty of first-degree assault, but not necessarily of the original charges.
Yes. Okay.
Boy, this one's a messy one to.
Yeah, well, they were just, Margate was trying to, they're like, look, he can have it anywhere else, but we're not going to have it here. So I don't know if they're going to shop Kodak Black Fest to another town.
They're giving him a day, and it's going to be June 11th, is Kodak Black Day for his philanthropy.
But they're mad about
last
the day.
summer, yeah.
But they're stopping short of doing the Kodak Black Festival.
Yes.
They are giving him a day, but they're also canceling the day.
Yeah. Festival not going to happen. The day already did, so he's good there. But, yeah, we're just not going to have any more, at least in Margate. So we'll see. Any other towns want to put up a bid? I'm sure maybe he'd like to bring it to your town. Well, what about Pompano? I mean, hello? Pompano, why not?
Listen up, y'all, cause here's the sitch. It's time for another round of Do It, bitch. 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 Do it. Do it. Do it, bitch. Do it, bitch.
All right, here we go. Time to draw for our teams here today. Denny's has got the cup. He's shaking it all around. Going to be pulling out his partner name here. And Denny's today is going to partner up with...
I got Suits.
Oh.
Okay.
All right, the B team's back together, Virginia. Me and you.
What's the punishment? Do we just do it?
You don't even think you're going to have a chance here, Virginia.
We're just doing a whole act.
Okay.
We sometimes tend to start out great and then end up fighting when we're a team.
I got nothing but peace and serenity in my heart, so let's just do this thing.
Until I piss you off.
Well,
Denny's, who's going to be the gambler on your team?
I think we'll just keep it the way we've been doing it. I will be the gambler. Suits will be the guesser.
Okay. All right. Suits has had a hot hand doing that. Okay. Jaybird, any idea what you want to do on your team?
just pick. I don't care. I have no preference, so
Okay. Just
Kevin,
pick it.
I'll be the gambler.
You'll be the gambler.
Because if not, we're going to lose 7 minutes of the show.
Okay. All right, here we go. We will start with Virginia and Jaybird here today.
I believe in my girl.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I believe in you. Oh, no, she's not wearing black today. Ooh, no. That's her witch's uniform. That's when she's the most powerful.
Yeah. You don't think already she's showing it, huh? Okay. All right, the first topic we're going to do here, she should do well with this. Foods typically served with butter. They're known to be served with butter. Jaybird, how many of those foods can Virginia name in 10 seconds?
My girl can do 6.
Can do 6. Okay. It's a good number there. Denny's, what do you think about with Suits?
I think Suits could do 7.
Okay. Jaybird?
My girl can do 8.
Okay. Denny's?
8 foods with butter.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she can do it. I'm just hoping the 10 seconds is tough.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. This would be for 9.
Yeah, it'd be 9 is the
and 10
number you got to
seconds
go.
is
9
so
or
hard.
call, yeah.
I'll say do it. Let's see.
Okay, Virginia's got to do
God.
8 and 10 seconds. Foods typically served with butter. Virginia, your time begins now.
Crab, lobster, grilled cheese, tortillas, beans, corn, steak, buns, garlic bread, fish.
I mean, it's like every food there is.
Yeah.
Boom! That's my
Yeah, I got like
girl.
10. Yeah. Got like 10. That's a slam dunk right there.
I knew she'd get 10 of those. I was
Yeah.
hoping the timing's just hard.
I love butter.
I mean, I know you do.
I do. I love it. I love butter the most.
We're not a show that we don't do better. We do butter.
Do butter. Okay. Very nice. All right, we go to Team Denny's and Suits. See if you guys can get on the board here. These are songs with the word love in the title.
I mean, there's so many.
So how many can Suits name in 10 seconds?
Suits likes that classic rock.
And Suits likes love.
He does. I'm gonna start off at 6.
Start off at 6.
He likes that forbidden love, that hidden love.
That forbidden love. What does that mean?
Bestiality.
Yeah, I know. Forbidden love seems like, hey, don't tell anybody about this. I'm really into goats, Denny's. What did you say? You said 6?
He's at 6. Jaybird, what do you think about with Virginia?
Oh, yeah, my girl could do 7 easily.
7 easily. Okay, Denny's, what do you think about this?
I say do it.
Okay, Virginia's got to do 7 songs with love in the title in 10 seconds. Virginia, your time begins now.
Love Shack, Love Me Do, Love in an Elevator, Love on Top.
Okay.
Oh.
4 you got. Had to get 7.
Beyonce at the end.
Damn it.
Okay.
Love is dead.
All right, it's tied 1 apiece now.
Damn it.
Okay. Go back to Virginia and Jaybird here.
We need more food questions.
I also got to stop believing in my girl so much.
Well, you know I don't know music as well as food.
It was dumb.
What about classic board games, classic table games? I'll say classic table games, games that you play on a table. All right. Jaybird, how many can Virginia name?
My girl can definitely do 4.
Do 4. Okay. Denny's, what do you think about with Suits?
Classic tabletop games?
Yeah, classic table games, yeah.
I think Suits could name, I think he could name 6.
6. Ooh, I see what you did there. Okay, we're at 6. Jaybird, you got to take it to 7 or call them out.
Virginia can name 7.
Virginia can do 7 of these. What are you thinking here, Denny's? You think she can?
Can she do 7?
Yeah.
I honestly believe Suits could do 8.
Wow. Jaybird.
I know there's just so many.
Do it, bitch.
Okay, Suits has got to do 8 table games in 10 seconds. Suits, your time begins now.
Monopoly, Trouble, Sorry, Shoots and Ladders, Battleship. You've got the Game of Life. You've got Candyland. You've also got.
7. That was 7. Darn it. Oh, that was so close. I thought you were going to say poker.
Baby was on a roll.
Oh, he was on a roll.
You were. I thought you for sure had it.
Oh, man, that brain fart happened at 7.
Oh, I thought you for sure had
You
it.
could hear his brain break.
You can.
Yeah.
Anytime someone starts saying, I got the
Oh, man. Wow.
Oh, witchy.
That's exciting stuff.
Oh, baby bird, we just got lucky.
Ooh, so lucky.
I don't like calling you sweet witch.
I feel like Suits could have had that.
I like it when you call me sweet witch.
I don't like it.
I like it when you call me sweet witchy.
Oh, God, no.
Virginia and Jaybird are at 2. Denny's and Suits at 1.
Look
here.
how nice we're playing as a team.
I know. Just hold on. Let's just not.
All right, yeah, let's not count our chickens.
Yeah.
Okay, next category is brass instruments. Brass instruments. Denny's, how many can Suits name in 10 seconds? Brass instruments.
I think Suits can name 4.
4, okay. All right, Jaybird, what do you think about with Virginia?
The witch can name 5.
Denny's?
I'm going to say do it.
Okay, so you got to name 5 in 10 seconds. Brass instruments. Virginia, your time begins now.
Tuba, saxophone, trombone, trumpet, flute.
I don't know what flute is. Isn't flute a woodwind?
How many do we need?
No, flute's metal.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's still under the category, though.
Yeah.
How many do we need?
5.
You need a
You
5.
said 5.
I said
Yeah.
5.
Does flute
If flute
count?
counts.
Yeah.
Flute's metal.
Is it brass, though? Is it a brass section
Flute
instrument?
is not like no clarinet.
Kevin, I'm a string man. I don't know about
Woodwind
flute.
instruments such as clarinets and flutes are made out of wood or metal, while brass instruments are made exclusively out of metal or brass. So a flute would be considered a woodwind, not a brass instrument, and thus you got 4,
Damn
not
it.
5.
Flute. I only know because I played flute.
Oh, my gosh.
In band.
Okay.
Damn it.
That was a big one right there. It's tied at 2 apiece.
It always comes down to this every single time.
So exciting.
I feel like such a brass hole for doing that.
I'm just shocked it's a woodwind. I still want to fight about it because it don't have no wood on it to me. Whoever had a wood flute? Nobody.
It's not. It's
A
not
pan flute.
Yeah. We lost it.
What are the other brass?
Virginia's picking fights with band nerds.
It's a fight she's gonna lose, unfortunately.
Yeah. And big. But she still wants to take it on.
Brass is tough. There's a lot of tough ones in there.
Okay, you control the board here. The starting on the betting for the final one, tied 2 apiece. Team Virginia and Jaybird.
I'm reeling.
We're talking 90s sitcoms. An original episode had to air in the 90s for it to count as a 90s sitcom. Okay, how many do you want to take for Virginia in 10 seconds?
Who gets? Oh,
Virginia can name 5 shows from the 90s. Sitcoms.
Yeah.
5 sitcoms from the 90s.
Yeah.
I say do it.
Okay. 5 sitcoms from the 90s. Virginia, your time begins now.
Murphy Brown. Let's go. Crap. Okay. I just blanked. What? My brain just froze.
Are you kidding me?
She got 1.
Seinfeld.
That's so hard.
You had
Seinfeld,
Friends, Frasier, Wings.
My brain broke, Jaybird. I'm still on the freaking woodwind.
Oh my gosh, it's okay. Hey,
She's gonna
look,
put it behind her.
you win some and you lose a lot.
That is a comeback. Yeah, you guys were smart to not get cocky there when you're up 2-1 because the win goes to Denny's and Suits.
I was so afraid.
Wow. How about that? Man, oh man, that was close. Okay. All right. Woof, man. So close, so far away.
Look, I'm not. You did great, Virginia. You did good. Good try, good effort.
Yeah.
When the mics go off, that's when I throw the chair and scream.
Okay. All right, we had Virginia and Jaybird in a tough round of Do It Bitch. They were up 2-1 and then fell behind, and it seemed like the one that threw Virginia off was the one about the brass instruments, and she couldn't recover on the 90s sitcom.
During commercial break,
Yeah.
I kept on hearing a witch in the hallway just screaming about, woodwinds, brass.
Yeah. It was a tough one, yeah. It was definitely a tough round. There's only 7 brass instruments total that you could even name.
Look, I believed in my girl.
Yeah.
It backfired. That's okay. Blood
I
in,
forgot
blood
about
out.
the French horn.
You forgot about 90s sitcoms, which I thought was going to be a slam dunk for
Right,
you.
yeah.
My brain was still on the freaking brass instruments.
She couldn't move past it.
They'd always say that in baseball. Never bring yesterday's game into
Yeah.
the batter's box of today.
You're right. Last play was the last play.
I blew it.
This is. I just want to get this over with. I sort of know what we're doing. Sort of.
Yeah. Got this idea because the Queen has gotten this new thing called a Ninja, and she uses it to grill her bacon on. And it's amazing because it gets so much fat out of it. In fact, you look at the bacon afterwards, you're going, I don't even think I see any fat left on it. And then the tray is just a big old mound of fat. And I was like, that's really gross, though. So what we're going to be doing here today is a bacon fat rinse. So this will be something you put in your mouth and swish around, get the full flavor, let it cover your teeth, and you can spit it back out. Oh. Yeah.
Do we have to swallow? We don't have to swallow it?
Not in a rinse, no.
Okay.
Just get it in, cover all your teeth.
Oh,
Make it good.
That is
Now,
some thick
I
bacon.
always have bacon grease because I cook with it. So I always have bacon grease in my fridge. But I
Okay.
had to warm it up because it coagulates.
That's a terrible word. Don't they use that too for your arteries? The thing that coagulates in your artery and you die.
Yeah. If you got coagulated arteries, you're not doing good, bruh.
Nah. Okay. All right, make it count.
How long we had you for?
Just a nice, probably, we'll give you 10 seconds.
Swish, swish, bish.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, there you go. Some hot bacon grease there.
Warm too.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
warm.
Put that right in the old mouth and swish around with that. Little bacon fat there. Yeah, okay. All right, interesting faces. Got from Virginia and Denny's. Okay. Okay, there you go. All right, that's all done. All done. How was that, huh?
Oh my God.
I'm so slick.
Is that tough to do or?
Oh, it's so gross,
Oh,
Kevin.
that's so gross.
Ugh, my mouth is watering.
Oh. Yeah. Pretty gnarly. What do you think about that, Bird? That was
awful.
Yeah, it was awful.
But now, look, we don't need any lip gloss.
Yeah.
So shiny.
You have this amazing sheen on your lips.
Dang. Nature's lip gloss.
That's right. Looking good. Just need a little bacon fat. That's all you need there, Virginia.
All of these people in my life acting berserk. I'm feeling all pissed off and hurt. I need to know if I am the jerk. Oh, am I the jerk?
Okay.
Hold on, I got a chunk of bacon in my teeth.
Swallow a little bit.
Yeah.
Not
How
gonna
was
lie,
it?
the aftertaste, if you love bacon, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
When the rinse is terrible.
The rinse is terrible.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Getting through it, but afterwards, not too bad.
Right
Okay.
now, I'm not. Yeah. I kind of want breakfast now.
Yeah. Some pancakes to go with that bacon rinse.
That was a tease.
Somebody's
Yeah.
craving a little ham slab.
You just triggered something.
This moms want to know if they're a jerk for telling their daughter that she dresses too provocatively. Says, my daughter's 19 years old. She still lives at home. I pay for everything in her life, so I feel like I still have a say in what goes on. She's been wearing clothes that majorly expose her butt cheeks. Not only that, all of her clothes are super skin tight to the point where you can see the outline of her private parts. Sometimes she won't wear a bra with her tight shirt, so her nipples will be outlined severely. When we go out, she gets the attention of older men all the time. I personally think she is sending the wrong message. I'm a very liberal person, but what she's wearing is seriously way too revealing. Am I a jerk for telling her that she needs to change how she dresses while she's living under my roof? That's what I did, and now there's an all-out war between us, and she's calling me a slut shamer. What does that even mean? Is she being a jerk?
Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I feel you because I have a 16-year-old about to be 17, and the bathing suits, I don't even, like, where'd the back go? Like, they all wear these bathing suits with the whole butt gone these days. That's the style.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I never would have wore that when I was her age, but this is, I mean, I sound old.
The way I look at it is if you are the parent and your kid is still staying at your house and you're paying the bills, it sounds like they're paying for everything.
Yeah.
You get a say in things if you just do. You're the warden of the castle. You're paying for everything.
Right, yeah.
That's it. If you don't like the rules, then we get our own place and you go live your own life.
That's right, absolutely.
But just make sure that you're having conversations with her about the important stuff. I don't think clothes matter as much as how you carry yourself, how you deal with men, how you let men deal with you, how you should probably consider monogamy before sex. Like, make sure you're in a committed relationship and don't just be doing like 6 guys a month. Those things are things that matter more than what you wear, I think.
I just think if you're a parent and you're paying for everything, you have the right to voice your opinion and concern.
Yeah, well, and I guess you might just need to go clothing shopping with her too, because obviously she's got the clothes from somewhere if she didn't have her own cash.
Well, she's 19.
Yeah.
So she probably has a little side part-time job or something.
OnlyFans.
Yeah. Make a lot of money there. You won't need mama's money.
She can move out tomorrow.
Somebody wanted to know in their email here, are you a jerk if you correct someone's kid when they won't? Said, yesterday at the store, I was getting some food for dinner, and somebody's kid kept throwing random items in my cart. Well, I laughed it off at first and kept trying to get to another section of the store, but the kid kept following me and throwing more items into my cart while the mom was just staring at hot dogs. Eventually, I told the kid, I'm like, hey, you're being kind of rude. And then when I said that, the kid starts crying and then goes running to mom. And I was taking all the items out of my cart and putting them back on the shelf. And that's when this mom comes up to me and said, he's just a little kid. No need to be so cranky. I guess you've never been a parent. And I'm like, look, I have 3 grown children. I just never let them act like your kid does in public. She rolled her eyes, went on with her way with her kid. So are you a jerk if you correct someone's kid when they won't?
I think it was affecting you. This kid was putting stuff in your cart.
Yeah.
And I think you do have a right to say something at that point. But yeah, you never know, too. You got to be super careful. Like, this kid could be special needs. There could be stuff going on there that you don't know about. So just be super careful and always err on the side of kindness when you see a mom and a kid out there in the world struggling.
When you go out into the world, you never know who you're going to get. So there are some people, if their kid's acting up, they're going to go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know Johnny was doing that. And then there's going to be some people who are going to double down and not care. And just know you run that risk. If you correct the kid in public, the parent may snap at you, even though the kid is wrong. Happened to me. I've told the story that the kid was at the theme park taking ice and throwing it at people, and it hit my friend right in the face. And it really hurt her.
Yeah.
And I said, don't throw ice at, I told the kid not to do that. And the dad, I wasn't mean to the kid. I just said, hey, you're going to hurt people by throwing ice. The dad wearing a Jets shirt. Don't talk to my kid like that. Really, you see where the kid gets it from.
Yeah, right.
So you just run that risk.
You're not going to win.
You never know.
The mom didn't notice, like you said in the message. The mom was focused on the hot dogs. I get it. Hot dogs are mesmerizing.
Yeah.
So she didn't see maybe what the kid was doing to you. All she catches the tail end of it, of you reprimanding the kid, and now the kid's crying.
I think when a kid's doing something blatantly wrong where you need to step in as an adult, I think you should do that, but just know things can get weird.
I wouldn't unless it's directly impacting you, and it was directly impacting this person. I don't think you're a jerk. I think probably the better way to handle it is just kind of, okay, let the kid do what he's going to do. When you get to the checkout lane, you can just take those items and separate them and say, I had a little kid that was putting stuff in my cart, and they'll happily take it back for you.
That's true. You could tell the cashier what happened and say you didn't want to make a scene, but...
But there is a situation where a little kid is relentless and I can see a little kid constantly putting things in the shopping cart and not stopping, and you telling the kid, okay, please stop doing it, and the kid doesn't stop.
I go through this with Rocco all the time because Rocco has a little bit of OCD when it comes to doors and anything mechanical. Any kind of latches, doors, mechanical stuff, he's obsessed. And so he'll like mess with a door or a latch. And there'll be like an older person or an adult or a cashier standing there. And Rocco is opening and closing and opening and closing and opening and closing because he's got a little bit of OCD about it. And they don't know that. All they see is this kid opening and closing this little door or a latch or whatever. And people yell at Rocco all the time.
Yeah.
It happens all the time, especially the older the cashier, the more they cannot handle it. And now what I do is I just look at them and I say, I'm so sorry. He's got a little OCD when it comes to doors and locks. He's obsessed. He can't help himself. But I'm sorry that it's bugging you so much. And then I look at Rocco and I say, Rocco, this old person can't handle you opening and closing that door so many times. Can you please stop?
That should do it, right?
And it diffuses the whole thing. Nobody says anything else. Rocco stops, and the person usually shuts up.
Has he been diagnosed with that?
No, but I know he's got it. I mean, it's to the obsessive nature that when it's a door or a lock, he's got to open and close it and mess with it. And this has been since he was a baby.
Oh, okay.
He loves to open and close and open and close. And he's 6. He still is obsessed.
Yeah, that's the way he's wired.
He can't help himself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you're going to get into troubled waters if you do step in with anybody's kid, especially if you're dealing with Virginia's kid.
I'll just let you know he's got an issue.
And this email says, am I a jerk for using a darker emoji? The girl I'm dating is calling me out for something which I think is ridiculous. She tells me I'm only allowed to use emojis that represent what I look like. For example, I sent her that waving emoji, but used one of the characters who were darker in complexion. I wasn't thinking anything of it. I just picked an emoji and I sent it off. She said it looked bad for a guy of my pigment to use such a dark emoji. I was like I was mocking or trying to steal another culture's identity rather than accepting my own. Have you guys ever heard about emojis being racist? The girl I'm dating is 10 years younger than me. She's 23, I'm 33. We're both white. Am I being a jerk, or is this girl being ridiculous?
I think she's being ridiculous, and I think we have to be careful of looking of everything on the planet to be offended by. What was in your heart when you sent that emoji? You weren't even thinking about color. There's your answer.
Yeah.
But now you know, if you're going to send out messages, maybe a part of her could be a little bit right, you know. Send your own. I know people that do this. They send their own skin tone with their emojis. It does require a little extra effort because it automatically wants to give you the yellow. The yellow hand, yellow smiley face. You can change it to your skin color.
I think if you're getting mad at something like that, I think you need to probably get a hobby.
Yeah, KJ said, we actually had this combo about the same thing at our work, and it was split about 50-50 on whether or not it was okay. So just realize that maybe half the people out there might not like it, and realize when you're dating somebody 10 years younger than you, you're probably going to be hit with a lot of different things that maybe in your generation or at your age, like it wasn't a thing, but now it could be a thing.
Some people just look at it as, oh, it's just an emoji.
Yeah, so there you go. I guess it depends upon who you're talking about, but this may be the first of many things that you guys are not necessarily set on the same page for.
Oh yeah, I say it all the time. I'm aging out of Earth.
Yes. Okay.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Got a lot of amazing Florida stories here today, as always, including a 49-year-old female in St. Pete Beach who refused service at the beach lounge because apparently this attorney was a little too drunk. So she thought she knew all the rules and how to be all tricky. So this attorney goes into the bathroom, takes off all of her clothes, and comes back out completely naked. Wow. She refused to put her clothes back on, so the cops were called, and she was arrested for disorderly conduct. No word on if she'll be representing herself.
Huh.
But yeah, it's an interesting move. I'm not going to serve me? Well, I'll show you I'm not drunk by taking off all my clothes. What?
Is there some thing about you have to serve a naked person?
I don't know. I don't know where she was thinking this would help her out. I guess that was her finishing move. But yeah, she kind of validated what the bartender was saying, I would assume. Yeah, I think I need to cut you off. Oh, yeah, I'll show you. And comes back out naked. Be like, all right, here we go. Interesting little ride. A 42-year-old man in Boston stabbed another man on Sunday because the guy refused to flush the toilet after using a public restroom. The assailant was caught and the victim was treated for a wound to his hand. Don't know exactly what happened, if he went to flush it and he attacked his hand or what that all happened. But
gotta be careful when you leave a bathroom and you have a hand injury. People are gonna think just weird things. Your mind starts racing.
Well, weird things are going on there, but apparently people are highly offended. I can't imagine what happened if he didn't wash his hands. A 31-year-old San Diego woman was locked out of her family's home during an argument, so she decided she would just climb on the roof and then start throwing objects on the ground. She then said, you know what? Here's a chimney. I'm going to crawl through the chimney flue and I'll show them. But her plan backfired because she got stuck upside down in the chimney.
Don't.
Yeah.
Wow, she was going upside down, huh?
Yeah, she went in head first, yeah.
I think there's a weird stat about people who get stuck in chimneys and die. It's a you don't realize how many people...
I've heard horror stories about guys that dress up like Santa to surprise their kid and get in the chimney and they find him like a week later because he died.
Yeah. There it is. I was waiting for the bigger depressing.
Yeah, she got you. She sees you.
Yeah.
You just got to lead in. She'll slam the door shut.
You can't out-sad this.
I got an assist on that sad story.
Yeah, it's like an alley-oop. You throw it up there and she takes it and slams it home.
Dunk.
Yep. Yeah, her plan backfired. They had to get the paramedics up there and the firefighters. It took about an hour before they were able to pull her free. And they said, you know what, we might want to take her in for a psych evaluation. So, yeah, not sure what's going on here. The news press in Fort Myers did something very embarrassing. They did a headline on their front page and misspelled their hometown.
Oh, dude.
They put an E between the M and the Y. That's not how you spell it. So, yeah, I guess that's kind of embarrassing when you misspell the name of the town that you're serving.
You should know how to spell your own town. You are the newspaper.
Yeah, you'd hope so. A woman named Heather West was snorkeling off the Dry Tortugas National Park here in Florida late last month when a lemon shark latched onto her foot.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, she was able to get a lot of it on TikTok. She didn't get the actual attack, but she got the right before and then the afterwards showing what they were doing to her foot.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw this on TikTok over the weekend.
Okay, yeah. She was
Yeah.
on there, yeah. She escaped by repeatedly punching the lemon shark in the face.
You got to fight.
And then
You
it
got-
pulled away and said, man, it wasn't very nice.
You got to attack the eyes. It's
Yeah.
the window to the soul, Kev.
Yeah, you got to make that lemon shark sorry he picked you and just be merciless.
I have heard try to punch the nose and eye area when it comes to a shark attack, if you can.
Any
Yeah.
attack. Get the eyes out, because if they can't see, they can't get you.
A man once said, if a man can't see, a man can't fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you talk about the eyes of the window to the soul, Jaybird. That was kind of part of the excuse as to why a guy in Boston tried to get close to the tiger exhibit at the Franklin Park Zoo. They stopped him about 20 yards away, but he looked like a dude that was just up to no good.
He was in it.
Yeah, and he was already in an area he wasn't supposed to be in, and he was heading beeline right for that tiger. And they said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm trying to look the tiger in the eye." He said, "The soul is visible through the eye, and they say the eye of the tiger is the most dangerous thing you'll ever see in your whole life."
I know this cat sounds crazy, the man I'm talking about. I know he sounds crazy, but I kind of get what he's doing. I don't recommend it. I wouldn't do it.
Shouldn't break into a tiger exhibit and try to stare him, have a staring contest.
I get what he means, though. If you can
Yeah.
look a tiger in the eye,
Yeah, he was a thrill seeker.
if you can do that, Virginia, yeah.
I mean, do it, but just make sure you do it on the other side of the fence, you
No,
dope.
that don't count. That's cheating. That ain't the adventure spirit.
Okay.
You about to be lunch.
Yeah, what did the tiger end up eating him? What happened?
No, they stopped him before he got there.
I think you let the tiger eat him.
Yeah, I'd probably be like, hey, Bob, let him go.
Let him go.
a little bit longer. Yeah.
Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
I think
Tiger goes and gets a bib.
I think they would end up becoming great friends.
Yeah. There was a married couple in West Virginia that got arrested for plotting to rob a Goodwill.
Now, why would you do that?
Oh, wedding, newlyweds. They gotta, get a few things for their home.
The bad karma level, dude. Come on.
Every time I go to a Goodwill, I always leave with sacks of stuff. I like Goodwill.
Most people drop stuff off at Goodwill.
I do
Yeah.
not.
He finds all of his summer wardrobe.
Love Goodwill.
Crazy story here about a dad that told his 4-year-old son to shoot at officers during a dispute over a food order at a McDonald's drive-thru in Utah.
A real gun?
A real gun. Cops said they saw a small arm and a hand holding a gun appear from inside the vehicle door.
Let me guess, the ice cream machine was broke again.
Probably. A police officer hit the gun as it fired, forcing the bullet upwards where it hit a restaurant awning. Kind of odd that they had to arrest a 4-year-old for attempted murder, but
Wow.
yeah. I think they're kind of holding this one on the dad who told his kid to fire at the cops that were coming after him.
Yeah, how does that work? Let's say if Virginia, this is a terrible example, but let's say Virginia said to Rocco, take that knife and stab Jaybird and kill him. Does Rocco go to jail and Virginia?
I think this is the premise of Grimsley.
Well,
Yes.
Spoiler alert, dog. Not everyone's seen it. But how does that work, though? Does the kid get in trouble to
I
the
don't
point
think
where?
now.
I
I
think
think
the
they've got to
parent
be,
should be
yeah.
in trouble. I mean, this kid is little too.
Even if, let's say the kid was 17, almost of age.
I don't know, Jaybird. That'd be a tough one because the kid might end up doing a little juvie
So
time
I'm asking.
when they're 17.
Yeah. So crazy though, the 4-year-old's trying to take out cops.
I mean, 4, you
Yeah.
cannot hold that kid responsible
Agreed.
in any way, shape, or form.
Agreed. But
Poor
when that kid,
little guy.
When that kid hits around 7, sorry, kid, but you're going to the big house.
Yeah. Listen to this crazy story. A 19-year-old New England man, identified only as JC, started experiencing nausea and abdominal pain after eating rice, chicken, and lo mein leftovers from a restaurant meal purchased the night before.
One day?
Just one day, he tested positive for a form of fatal sepsis, which caused his blood to clot and his liver to fail. Parts of his fingers were amputated, and both legs were amputated below the knee.
Oh my gosh.
Doctors later learned that he had missed a booster shot of the meningococcal vaccine when he was 16. And apparently that's what, let the thing run rampant in his system.
Now, where does one get the meningococcal vaccine.
Your doctor.
Can you say it fast 3 times? Go.
I cannot.
Yeah. The friend who ate the same meal vomited once but had not become progressively ill. So that's why they think the vaccine would have made the difference.
What a story, huh?
What was in
Yeah.
that lo mein?
Yeah, it just had some kind of bacteria that I guess triggered the fatal sepsis.
Damn.
Not really feeling the lo mein today.
No, and I mean, that's 1 day leftovers. I've eaten lo mein that's like 4 days old.
Oh, don't even get me started on the things
Oh,
I
yeah.
put in my body
Right.
when I should not have.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Crazy.
I will ride leftovers that have been in the fridge for 6 days.
I'll write out things that have been left out. I don't.
Yeah.
No.
That's why that story spoke to me. I'm like, oh my gosh.
We should already have had sepsis.
Yeah.
And I think I'm walking around with an arrogance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess. I ate that mayonnaise. It didn't take me out.
Yeah. Just wait, man. Just wait. We had some crazy headlines just a second ago. Look at the kid that had day-old Chinese and had to get both legs amputated. He got a fatal form of sepsis.
Horrifying.
That is, yeah. Well, a health inspector texted us and he said if you cool down your leftovers correctly and store them below 41 degrees Fahrenheit, you can eat them within 7 days, including the day they were prepared. They might not have the same quality, but they are safe to eat.
Yeah, maybe he didn't store them properly.
Yeah. Who knows?
And I don't know if this is true or real, but I always think like if I heat them up really, really good the next day, like when I went to go eat them, doesn't that kill all the bacteria too when you heat them up like really hot?
Yep, and if it's not real, they'll tell me because that's what I always thought too. I thought the microwave and heat kills all bad thingies.
Yeah. Does it, Kevin? Or are we just waiting for sepsis?
Don't tell me. Ignorance is bliss. I love
Okay,
it.
I won't tell you then.
I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Tell the witch when I'm out of the room.
You don't want to know the truth.
I do not.
All right, well, I've got some more crazy Florida headlines for you, but some of them are just so crazy that they've been made up. Let's see if you can tell the difference here. We've got Virginia and Denny's both competing here today to see which ones fool you and which ones do not.
Are the fake ones written by the bird?
Mm-hmm. Yep. He penned out the fake ones here. So maybe you can sense what he might be writing.
Drinking and writing or smoking and writing. Okay, I'm in your brain. I'm in there. I'm in there.
I wouldn't stay in there too long. You might get freaked to death.
You ever say something and you want to take it back?
I stand by my statement.
All right, Virginia, I'll hit you up first. What do you think about this? A real or a fake Florida headline? Thousands of gun owners in Florida planning to shoot down Hurricane Irma. Was that real or fake? Did people here in Florida actually think you could shoot a hurricane out of the sky?
It is Florida.
It is.
We do believe some whack stuff.
Love our guns.
Yeah.
I feel like you could sell that to people.
We're going to shoot down that hurricane.
There'd be a certain group of people who'd be like, all right, I'll bring my rifle.
Oh, man.
Even if they knew they couldn't kill the hurricane, they still want to shoot the hurricane.
Right. I'm going to say it's a fact.
You're going to say that is a real headline? That was a real headline, yes.
Florida wants to shoot hurricanes, y'all.
Man.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
That was a real headline. Okay, Denny's, what do you think about this one? Florida man hospitalized for sticking hot pancakes in rectum.
Oh.
Is that real or fake?
The hot pancakes, you'd have to roll them up like a tube.
Yeah, you would.
Someone's thinking this through.
Blintzes would be easier. I'm going to say that.
Breakfast burrito would be tough, but I feel like pancakes, especially if they're buttered or syruped,
Oh, it'd go right up there.
prove it.
The burrito breakfast, to your point, way too messy.
Way too
There's
big.
no way.
I think
Yeah.
you'd be struggling.
Yeah, the back end would break.
Oh,
Of
back
everything.
end.
You're back.
Everything. Oh, let's see. I think people are crazy enough to give that one a shot.
Okay, so you think that's a real headline?
I do.
That is not real.
Oh,
That is fake.
too bad.
I know. I was hoping.
Just a fantasy.
Again, you made us hungry for breakfast, Kevin.
Okay, Virginia, let's see if you can keep the hot streak going. What do you think? Real or fake Florida headline? Florida cop claims Burger King put dirt on his food. Investigation reveals it was seasoning.
That's pepper.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think? Is that real or fake, Virginia?
Gosh, it sounds real. but it also sounds fake.
Okay. Welcome to Florida.
That one could go either way.
I know, right? I'll just take a shot. Fake.
You're going to go with fake on that? No, that one is real.
You're all twisted up now.
Pepper.
Really?
How embarrassing if you're the cop. These guys, they hate cops. They're spitting and putting all this crap in my
It's
food.
dirt. No, it's pepper.
It's pepper, sir.
You can never go back there.
No.
All right, Denny's, you think this is real or fake? Florida man arrested for humping Winn-Dixie muffins.
Oh, it feels so real.
That feels so real.
Why can't I be in Winn-Dixie when that happens?
For real. I'm going to say that has to be real.
You're going to say that has to be real? No, that one's fake.
What?
No humping muffins?
But you know it's probably
Oh,
happened.
you know that's happened.
So it hasn't just, it's on the books
It
yet.
feels real.
There's somebody listening right now that has video of that happening on their phone.
Guaranteed.
Okay.
We can make that happen today, by the way.
You got to just pay for the muffins after.
Yeah, I would never leave the muffins after.
Never. That's a crime.
That is.
That's not our thing.
Okay. Let's see here. It's you guys are struggling today.
Tricky.
Let's see. Back to you, Virginia. Real or fake Florida headline. Florida man robs gas station with can of Pringles. Cops say he's still at large. Is that real or fake? Real or fake?
If you put a can of Pringles under your jacket, I feel like you could definitely make somebody think it was a gun.
I would. But then again, you could probably rob me with your hand,
Exposed.
shaped as a gun.
Just the flesh. I'm going to say that one's real.
Gonna say that one is real. That too is fake.
Damn it.
Missed yet another one.
I don't know what's going on.
You guys have only gotten one correct and missed 4.
Head.
Oh, man. Twisted.
Okay, next up. Denny's, what do you think? Florida man gets tired of waiting at hospital, steals ambulance, drives home. Is that real or fake?
That one feels real.
So real.
I mean, that has to be real.
You're going to say that one is real? That one is real, Denny's.
Thank goodness we got one.
Feels
Got
better.
one correct. Okay. What do you think about this one, Virginia? Real or fake? Florida man breaks into jail to hang with friends. Hey, guys, what you doing? I'm back.
Bless his heart.
Yeah.
He was in the neighborhood.
I think it's real.
That is real.
So Florida.
That's amazing.
That one is real.
Wow.
I thought that too. Like, oh, that's a cute story.
Okay, now you guys are warming up. Denny's, what do you think about this one? Real or fake Florida headline? Lake Wales woman arrested for defecating in 7-Eleven coffee pot.
I mean, that feels so real. that seems totally like something that would happen.
Yeah.
That's got to be real.
You guys say that's got to be real? No, that is fake, Dennis.
Oh.
Well, you missed 3 out of 4 here.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's been rough.
Birds in your head, dog.
Twisted.
Yeah. Okay, Virginia. Florida man apparently painted anti-Hillary messages on Tampa Bay crabs. Is that real or fake?
I'll show Hillary.
Take that.
You got her, bruh. Please tell me that's real.
Okay, you're going to say that is real. That one is real.
So real.
I need it.
Very nice.
I thought that was quite the story.
Yeah. All right, Virginia got 3 out of 5 there. Denny's, let's see if you can end on a win here. Dozens of Floridians arrested when family bowling night turned into public orgy. Is that a real or fake Florida headline?
Family bowling night. Oh, wow. I'm going to say true because I hope that's true.
Denny's, that is fake again.
Oh,
Wow.
the family orgy, that's why I was hoping it was true.
Now, let me tell you with Bird, if it's about food, poo, sex, or butts, it's probably written by the Bird. Denny's missed 4 out of 5.
My favorite ones are the ones that he does that incorporate all of those.
Yes.
All right, you can do it.
Those
All
are
right.
nice.
You can do it. Don't challenge him.
Yeah, you're a wordsmith over there.
Well, there's a show on Netflix that is one of the top trending shows on there. If you go on there, you're probably going to see it. It's called Inventing Anna, and the lead actress was just in Ozark, and she did a great job in that. In fact, she's one of these up-and-coming actresses that, I think is going to be all over the place, and she'll be a household name before too long. Shonda Rhimes, who you probably know if you've watched Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder. She's written so many great shows for ABC, and now she's got Netflix. And so she did this inventing Anna. Julia Garner is the one who plays Anna. She's really good. It's got Anna Chlumsky in it. She was on Veep. You've also got Laverne Cox from Orange is the New Black. And then a lot of the other people you'll see, or if you watch the show Scandal, you'd be like, oh, wait, they were on Scandal. So she has kind of her actors and actresses that she likes and she brings into her program. But the thing that was really cool about it, and I couldn't figure out how much of it, but it's based on a true story about this girl named Anna Delvey. And it's about how she poses as a German heiress and then kind of gets into the elite circles of Manhattan and is hanging with all of these high-end fashion people and chefs, but then business people, and how she's got all these loans coming her way and wants to do all this kind of stuff. And she really didn't even have a nickel to her name. And that's the really crazy thing about it. Now, some people in the chat room, I'd like to find out now what the real story is, because at the end, I'm like, okay, did this all really happen? How much of this is fiction? And I guess you don't know. And somebody said that, GWB in the chat room said, yeah, I was checking it out, but some of the details she went a little bit crazy with. So I'm just kind of curious how much of it was legit, how much was it? Because she was going to all these really high-end hotels, and she would stay there for like a month or longer and run up all these tabs, and she was always so good at saying, oh, a wire's coming for it, and this is that, and, so she would just skip out.
Wow.
On her hotel. But it really, especially around here in South Florida, where, a lot of that stuff happens, and there are a lot of people with money, and you think they have money, but they just act like they have money, and you don't know who's really legit and who's not.
Yeah, I knew a guy named Marty who always acted like he had all this money back in the day, and he didn't. It was all a front. He drove real nice cars. He'd always have girls around them, and then I think he went to jail after. It was all kind of a fraud.
Yeah,
That's a lot of down here.
I know.
Yeah, if you live in South Florida long enough, you'll probably at least know one person that was fronting and trying to act like that. They had the cars. It seemed like they always are at that party. The party, you're like, how do they get in here? And yet somehow they always find a way to be in with the inner circles, and you think they've got it all, and then one day their house of cards falls down, and you're like, oh my gosh.
This guy always had his fingers in something, but it was something that was so ambiguous. You'd ask him about it. It didn't really make any sense, and it was so confusing. You didn't want to follow up on it. Like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I guess he just makes money.
Marty talks in circles.
And he would confuse you, and that's how he had the smoke and mirrors going.
Yeah, so a lot of people have. So it's really kind of interesting to see, the show and how they did it. It was kind of like a Catch Me If You Can. Remember that, Leo DiCaprio? And that was based off of a true story. Or somebody that just... Yeah, it's kind of like that whole fake it till you make it. And the story about a lot of these things is you have so much access to information now that you can go online, and even in the Anna Delvey story, she talked about at one point, I think her dad was kind of troubled, and so she would spend a lot of time alone just looking through fashion magazines, and it said all she would do is read and learn, because she knew something about art and the artists, and that's how she would get in. She knew how to walk the walk and talk the talk. She legitimately knew about fashion. She knew what looked good. She had all the high-end fashion stuff, and she could talk to people about art, and they would walk away impressed. And then they just thought that she had credibility by how she carried herself and what she would say and how she looked. That you really can in South Florida, if you know how to fake it, you can make it. Which to me, I thought was really kind of interesting. I love those, fake it till you make it type stories. So we were asking some people on the KVJ Show Facebook page, have you ever been in a situation like that? I know a guy that he started off radio. He's now pretty high up in radio. And he started off with a job, and they said, hey, can you schedule all the music for all these radio stations? He said, yeah, he'd never worked the program, had no idea. So he just buried himself in an office all night and tried to figure out how to schedule the music, and then looked around at other radio stations and what they played and when. And then he was just being like, he was hoping nobody would call him on it.
He faked it till he made it, and then he made it.
And then he made it big, yeah.
I try to do that.
This is different, though. It sounds like with this Anna chick and with, like, the Tinder swindler.
Yeah, that's big now, too. A lot of these, and I haven't watched that yet. My wife saw it and said it was really good.
So what they do is they start, like, love bombing, especially the Tinder swindler, and they get these girls to love them, and they spend lots of money on them. And then, like, a couple months into it, they'll ask these girls for a loan. And the
Right.
girl's like, well, yeah, he's rich. He pays for everything, so I'll give him a loan. And then they don't hear from him anymore. And that's how he swindles the next girl.
Yeah, right. It's amazing how they can take knockoffs and things like that to make it
Yes.
look like they've got money or they got something. And if you act confident, and one of the things at one of the high-end hotels, they didn't want to confront the guests about bills in front of anybody else. And so he was like, look, don't do that to our guests. There's a time and a place for that. And so she just kept avoiding those places where they would call her on a bill and they didn't want to look like they were haggling about money, because these people don't haggle for money. They're like, a lot of the rich people, they don't know. They're like, yeah, just take care of it here or there. Or
Don't
really
bug me or embarrass me in front of my friend.
Right.
Right.
And so she kind of used that against him to make it work. So I think it's really kind of fascinating. If you've got a fake it till you make it story, love to hear it. 877-979-WRMF. Talking about faking it till you make it. There's a story on Netflix Shonda Rhimes had done called Inventing Anna. And KJ said there's actually a podcast called Fraudsters that did a good series on the Anna Delvey Sorokin story, if anybody's interested in the real story, because they kind of admit that through the whole Shonda Rhimes thing, like, okay, what part really did happen, what didn't. It looked like she got dangerously close to getting about $40 million in loans to start this business that she wanted.
Whoa.
Just kind of by putting on airs and, hey, you do this and then somebody else vouches for you. That's kind of what it was. You convince somebody that you're a real deal. That person vouches to somebody else that you're a real deal. And now that other person believes in you and they vouch to somebody else that you're the real deal. Next thing you know, people are going, well, they're the real deal because so-and-so said they're the real deal.
Let's invest in her.
Yeah, all you had to do is fool one person, though.
Right.
And, the grift is on. So it's just kind of crazy to see her. Somebody had texted in and said, yeah, I had a friend that wanted to up her pay, and she was just a teller in a bank, and she fudged her W-2 to show proof of higher income, and she fudged a little bit on her application and her resume. And she knew nothing about being a business loan officer, but she went from making $13 an hour to getting the job as $85K a year. And she faked it the whole time. She was trying to study every day after work for about an hour to try to keep up and know what to do. But she said it just started to pile up, and she's like, I'm going to get found out. So she quit before she got fired.
Got too hot in the kitchen.
Yeah. So she tried to fake it till she make it and didn't last a whole year doing that. Somebody else said, I've had jobs in 3 separate fields where I self-taught everything I needed on Google. I learned enough jargon for the interview just to get the job, and then I would Google and I would learn as I went. The vetting process at most companies is crap.
I could totally see that. And that's different. I mean, that is fake it till you make it. You learn the skills. You have the gift of gab. And you really go on Google or YouTube. I mean, there's a tutorial for everything under the sun these days.
Yeah.
So you can learn a lot if you really want to.
And I guess that's what they tried to do. Somebody else texted in and said, yeah, I applied for a job at a brand new fancy restaurant and didn't get it, but my friend did. She told me when orientation was, so I went. I made sure all the staff and management knew who I was. Thankfully, the person who did the hiring wasn't there. After a couple of weeks working, everybody got their paychecks except for me, so I went to management and I said, hey, why didn't I get my paycheck? And they're like, yeah, you're not even in the system. Like, you know what? It's just a clerical error. We'll put you in there and take care of it. I got paid and I worked there for 3 years.
That's sort of like what happened on The Office.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, it's a clerical error.
If you just tell people that, oh, yeah, I'm getting, I don't know what happened. I guess maybe it got lost in the whatever you guys did, the paperwork.
They must have not finished putting in all my info.
That does happen. People will maybe.
That is brilliant, because if the person that did the hiring wasn't there for the first day of training,
yeah,
and you know all the details because your friend told you, you're in, baby.
Good for you.
Somebody else said, I got a job as a basketball camp coach despite never playing on an organized team ever in my life. I lied and said that I played college basketball at some small school in Wisconsin, so nobody really know on my application or be able to call somebody, be like, hey, let's call your coach. I always complained of an injury from a car accident after my playing days, and that's why I couldn't go on the court and demonstrate how to do all these things, so I'd have to bring somebody else up. All I would do is go on YouTube and watch basketball drills for the camp. A solid 6 weeks of YouTube instruction made me a good enough teacher that nobody ever called me on it, and I had that job for 3 straight summers.
I can see that easily happening. You could easily do that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. If you just act like you belong and you walk the walk, it really is kind of crazy just, what you can do.
They say all you need is a clipboard and confidence, and you can get into anywhere. Just act like, I got a clipboard. I know what I'm going. I know where I'm going. And people go, oh, let this guy through.
If you have a clipboard and a lanyard, no one will ever be able to stop you.
It's crazy. Most people, if they just see what looks like some sort of uniform, or, maybe they're in charge because they've got a lanyard on, they will believe it.
South Florida is very much like that. If you know the right place and you just walk in, you can fake it till you make it. And a lot of times they don't want that uncomfortable confrontation because, a lot of people that are untitled and genuinely have the money, they get offended sometimes if you stop and be like going, I'm here all the time. Like, why would you even stop me? I'm insulted you would do this. So many times they won't. And that's how you get away with it. Here we go. Back from a nice 3-day weekend. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Aren't those 3-day weekends amazing?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't take off my pajamas till about 3 p.m. yesterday. I just stayed in my jammies. It was so cozy.
Oh, yeah. So nice. Today is George Washington's birthday. If you want to celebrate, put on your powdered wig and wooden teeth and have a great day.
You're gonna get
Tell no lies.
They're going to send you an email. Kevin, George Washington didn't really have wooden teeth.
I know. Yeah, that's the story.
They taught me that in school that he did. Kind of shows you teachers.
Today is Angel Day, 2/22/22. Some people believe that 2 is kind of like a good number to have in there, a pathway to what you want. Other people say on Angel Day, be an angel, do something nice for somebody else.
Ooh, what happens today at 2/22?
At 2/22/22, oh, you know what? Just the whole world is gonna. We'll be able to take it. Yes.
I certainly hope not.
Yeah. Well, it's also National Margarita Day, so if you need a little help getting into that good mood, that's something you can try out. You a big fan of margaritas, Virginia?
I love a margarita.
Yeah.
No salt, though. Hold the salt. I'm already bloated enough over here.
She's salty enough.
Yeah, I was surprised how many Americans do. 76% of Americans drink margaritas, 3 out of 4. 67 prefer the frozen kind. 33% would rather have it over ice.
Do they do the kind that are slushy, that's a little bit fruity? Can you do a margarita?
You can do a strawberry margarita.
Strawberry. There we
you can do a strawberry
They
margarita.
have strawberry. They have watermelon. I've also had strawberry jalapeno margarita.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. It's spicy.
Just tell you, it's Taco Tuesday. They should be doing 2 taco deals and 2 margarita deals. If somebody's not taking advantage of that for 2/22/22, you're not doing it right. I mean, it's all laid out for you today. So
Marketing Kev.
Where's our taco places that are hooking us up with 2 for margaritas and tacos today?
I think I'm going to do tacos today. You said that. I got a little flutter in my stomach.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, yeah.
It works out.
You don't want to make them myself, or do you want to order them? That's always the question.
Okay.
Order them.
Yeah. We get the margaritas to go. Sounds like a great thing. All right, if you got any insight on where to go with that, let us know.
Order them and swing by my pad and drop some of them off.
I'll send you some tacos.
Okay, girl.
It's going to be a good day. Well, we got the After the Show podcast going to be coming up. There is more KVJ on the way. You can watch it live on YouTube just about 5 or 10 minutes after the hour. Get it on demand there anytime, or listen on our podcast apps. Any podcast that you ever listen to, just go there and plug in KVJ Show, and it should be there. Plus, on the WRM app, you can download that and listen there as well.
I think Jaybird's ordering tacos, too, for the After the Show podcast for us.
What?
See, here's my problem. I would. There ain't no taco chains open right now.
What?
Yeah, you wouldn't get tacos here. We'd lose a Ralston by 11A.
Yeah.
You'd be bitching and moaning the whole time that they're not here because it'd probably take about an hour and a half to get here.
It is tough. Yeah, I know that. I'm always trying to do that. In fact, my wife and I were usually the first one there. I know somebody shouted out they met Denny's and Jen at Torero's on Friday.
Yeah.
I was actually there on Friday, too, oddly enough. Yeah.
That's weird.
I just missed Denny's. Yeah, we go there all the time. It's in
You and
West
Denny's
Palm.
were almost having a little dinner together?
Yeah,
Aw.
almost. Yeah, we went on Friday and checked it out. And it's great place to get tacos.
Is that the Mexican place you were talking about on Clematis?
No, it is on Village in West Palm Beach.
Okay.
Yeah, Village Common shopping center.
There's a place in North Palm Beach that's good too that I think you would really like. And the
Okay.
name eludes or escapes me right now.
Okay, where in North Palm is it?
It is on US 1, roughly by Daisy Park, but no one's going to know that because Daisy Park's a name my family made up for a park. I shouldn't have brought it up, Kevin. It's delicious. La Bamba's, I think.
La
La
Bamba's?
Bamba's.
Is it La Bamba's?
Yeah, I think so. On US 1 in North Palm. Delicious.
Okay. All right, La Bamba's. Yeah, I think my wife was mentioning that the other day. We drove by there, and she's like, that place is good.
Did we have an event there one time? I think we did a karaoke event at
Think
La
so.
Bamba's many, many moons ago.
It's hard to say. You've been wrong a lot today. I can't fact check you.
You got a lot of balls.
So on the After the Show podcast today, we will get to your emails, mail@kvjshow.com. Anything else you wanted to add into the conversation, we'd be happy to take it on. So that is going to be going on. Also, I was reading about the kind of town that Jaybird, I'm sure he's aware of, with all the spiritual activity, but there's so many little interesting, unique, eclectic towns. It's called Casadega, Florida. And if you're a psychic medium, this is the town for you.
It's a place I'd like to go for a little vacay.
Yeah, pretty fascinating stuff. I know a lot of the little Florida towns, and this is one that I need to familiarize myself with. But if you're into all that kind of stuff, and one of the big landmarks they have there that people go for is for the Devil's Chair.
Oh.
Yeah, it's at a cemetery.
You're saying it wrong. You say it like this, the Devil's Chair.
It's called Casadega?
Yeah, yeah. So I'll tell you all about that on the After the Show podcast today. So you can go check that out maybe if you want to do a little road trip here in Florida.
Ooh, I do.
All right, Bird, before we get to the After the Show podcast, if you would wrap things up here with your thought for the day.
Not in doing what you like, but in liking what you do is the secret of happiness.
Ah, see what you did. A little wordplay, too.
Good job, Bird.
Where's my taco?
I'm working on it, dog.
She wants tacos.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.